Hi guys, welcome to Let's Talk Tactics. Today we've got the whole team on.
Yeah, we're all
got David, got
first
me.
stream of 2021.
Yeah, first stream of 2021.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Happy
everyone.
lockdown.
Here we go. Sean's in the house, says yo. Barry says evening. Evening, Barry.
Evening, Bazza.
Baz.
Wars says evening, folks. So back
What's
into
that?
full national lockdown then,
What's
effective
that?
immediately.
What's
Yeah, man, back into full lockdown. That's
Yeah.
happening, isn't it?
Sucks, doesn't it?
He confirmed it, didn't he? He said it's a
Yeah,
lockdown. As of what,
definitely
Wednesday
national
morning?
lockdown.
Yeah.
I think they said they're going to shrine it into law Wednesday morning, but whether it comes into effect any sooner, I don't know.
I think
It's probably effect like as soon as you
But
can.
they did
I
say
assume
it
it'll
was
come
gonna
into
be until
effect. Yeah.
Halfway through February.
Oh, February.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
assume
know.
it'll come into effect
That's what
Wednesday
he
once they sign into
thinks.
law.
That's
would
what
be
he
my
thinks.
guess.
I mean, I don't know how he worked that out because he said himself he was like, with saying a period of 3 weeks to get it to people, then a period of 3 weeks for it to come into effect, then a period of 3 weeks for it to relieve off the NHS, then we'll unlock, think about unlocking by February half term. And I was like, how does 9 weeks only take us to the middle of February? That's like 5 weeks away. He's lying, isn't he? Obviously.
He's a politician.
Yeah, it'll be like the end of March or something, won't it? Yeah, and that's if they see a change. If they don't, then they won't, will they?
But that's fine. Luckily for us,
Yeah, guys.
we shouldn't see a lot of changes in content because what
Yeah,
we're still
we
doing
won't really
is-
see content in changes in content really, but it's really going to affect the store, man. Like, I think me and Dan were saying earlier we might have to stop.
I think we're going to have
click
to
and
stop
collect.
click and collect, yeah, because it doesn't.
It promotes
It promotes
unnecessary travel,
it
right?
promotes-
Unessential.
That's exactly what it is.
Unnecessary travel.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be seen to be doing that. Oh, sorry, this beer is really nice.
I don't know what I bought you. What did I get
Wicked,
you?
man.
Joker
IPA.
IPA.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
It's
cheap
very
one.
citrusy, actually.
I've gone with the Yazoo for today.
Yeah, Yazoo guys, banana Yazoo.
But we
Oh,
don't
there's
have
no
chocolate
Chucky
cookies
Bickies.
today.
I know, no Chucky Bickies.
no, Chucky Bickies.
We got Chucky Bickies.
Oh, we got Chucky! Oh my god, guys! Yeah,
Got-
McVitie's as well.
got you
We're
covered,
keeping the
mate.
trend
I
going.
got you covered.
Oh, damn you heroes!
So, let's.
Sean
so,
Haynes. Oh, sorry, bro.
sorry, I was going to say. So before we get sidetracked on quarantine, depressing quarantine news for our first stream, what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about Craftworlds, guys. Have you seen the awesome thumbnail? We're talking about Craftworlds. We're just going to go through Craftworlds, the way that they work, the way that the different units work, what different effects they've got, how well they play the game right now. You know, whether they can.
There's actually more Craftworlds than two.
Yeah, like
more
how,
than
how
Ulf
they
and
do
God.
how they do with secondaries, how well they play the primaries, what kind of units are good for them right now, all of that kind of stuff. How we might want some of the units to change, or how we think they might change. That could be quite cool, and that kind of stuff. So we're going to go through everything and just see what is good and what is not good.
Yeah. And
right
sorry,
now.
you were going to say someone was talking in chat.
No, it was just
so-
Sean. Sean said, "Yeah, before they start, I was going to ask if you can give me a job. I'll work for free, but it means I can still legally come in to get stuff."
It's a good idea.
There's 2 trees in this.
Get in packing.
Chocky Bickies.
We need armies painted.
Speaking
Speaking of which, today I am
What is
working
everyone
on
doing?
finishing the Sisters of Battle today. They are done, they are complete. I've just got to finish washing the bases and they are all done.
And
Ready.
then dry
Very
brushing
nice.
the bases,
Very
doing
nice.
black rims, and then washing
Oh,
them
rims are
again.
done. Rims are done.
Yeah, but if you dry brush them, they won't be.
I'm not going to dry brush them.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to dry brush them.
yes,
Did you dry brush the
guard
guard
one?
ones?
No, I'm not a hobbyist, mate.
Dan?
You're a stain on hobbyists, mate.
Oh, man.
I'm desperately trying to get the monolith ready for tomorrow's Crusade game.
So it can
For
buy-
tomorrow's crusade game.
so I can actually play with it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
what you-
David said he's gonna kill it turn one.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's gonna
yeah,
put it
Don't
down.
waste all your time.
Well,
that's
that's
gonna
put
do
it down,
that.
fill the charge and buy and
You have the
complete.
possibility of seeing a grown man cry tomorrow because I've spent
That
hours
isn't
on
me.
this bloody thing.
That isn't me for once.
That would be incredible.
You know what?
isn't
It actually looks pretty cool in gold. I
If it
have to say, it
was
looks pretty baller in gold.
I
do
love
like
the
gold.
ones.
Yeah.
Everything's
gold.
Guys, everything looks baller in gold. Everything looks
If it
baller in
lasts
gold.
longer
was-
than one turn, I'll be happy.
Every single army should be gold.
David's working on Custodes.
Yeah, David's
Gold.
working on custodes.
Waz said something, I don't know if I
Oh,
could
what's he
repeat.
said?
So,
Is
Yeah,
it something involving Boris
Yeah,
and
Woz
Wonka?
does
Usually
not like
that's
Boris.
I didn't even read, but I just figured it out. I was like,
That's mad. But yeah,
My
so-
mom doesn't speak English very well, and she doesn't really follow the what he says, but she still called him a wanker.
Oh, that's class. That's class. Right then, guys. Eldar. Let's get started on this. They have some... Oh, hold on. Oh, Barry says if that monolith's not ready, you have to play with 18 less power.
Yep.
Elite members have spoken, Dan. They really want to see you lose, don't they?
It tends to be
Play
based
with
as well, Dan.
remember that stratagem that they released, Duncan's Disappointment? 1 CP and you get full rerolls to hit and wound against unpainted models.
Yes! Imagine the Wraith Knight with all the
Before
attacks.
we all stay at a wound.
Can you imagine getting a Battlefield Birmingham and that rule was in effect?
Incredible.
That'd be fucking.
I think that
so
would be
bad.
the end of money when winning the tournaments.
Yeah.
Why? My armies
Because
are fully
everyone had full
painted.
reloads.
My armies are fully painted, man.
It doesn't matter. You can have full rerolls, but Manny would have to fail saves. That's the thing. Right?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh god, it's not that bad, guys. Not that bad.
I think everyone's seen the Crusade game, didn't they?
Yeah, we've got video proof, mate. We know what it is.
Well, guys, let's talk about Ancient Doom. The subject. Abilities, yeah. So there are abilities that are common to quite a lot of Assyriani units. Ancient Doom is one that I think is pretty much everyone's got Ancient Doom and Battle Focus, haven't they?
Yeah, Ancient Doom is just a Slaanesh thing, so...
Yeah, it's only against Sinesh, but demons are quite predominant now. You know, people are using Sinesh demons a lot.
Actually get to use it.
Yeah. There's a lot of people using the
Never
keepers.
ever used it for.
Oh, we should probably.
It's like the Chaos ones people don't usually use, but if
Oh
Chaos is
my
in the
god,
meta,
that's
like-
really good, you know. You can reroll failed hit rolls in the fight phase for this unit in a turn in which it charges or is charged by a Slanesh unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Wow.
really don't like Slanesh.
Oh, but they're scared of him though. However, you must add 1 to morale test, not subtract 1. Add 1 to morale test for this unit if it's within 3 inches of any Slanesh.
Should we put it on Thursday night fights then?
Oh, that could be a good game. Eldar versus demons.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We just need
Yeah.
to get 7 painting.
Eldar. Oh, he is painted. Look at it. He's pretty much got a whole army done, man. Eldar. Oh, yeah, and Simon's working on Eldar at the same time, aren't you, bro?
I am, yes.
Getting Eldar done
Eldar's
so David can use more units in the Crusade.
Yeah, this is the only reason I'm doing Eldar.
Simon's hurryingly painting Eldar for David to
I'm
use.
just.
You've got
I'm-
big disappointed Russian man walking
But it's
around
fine,
asking
David.
for
You
help.
can use any Eldar unit you want as long as it's a Avatar of Khaine. Because that's what I've got painted so far.
I did consider getting Avatar.
So, guys, what we need to do now, right, is when we talk through this, the units that we think are the shittest for Eldar, we need to really big them up.
Yeah.
So David adds those to his Crusade army.
Yeah.
Have you seen my Crusade army? It's basically the essence
Storm
Storm
Guardians.
Guardians.
Storm Guardians.
Storm
Guardians.
Storm Guardians.
Now, striking scorpions right now, I think, on foot are game-changing.
Yeah.
Striking scorpions on foot are amazing.
See, I could fall for that, but they're not painted.
Howling Banshees from reserve, mate. It's the
I
future.
do. You'll be surprised
But
if you
no,
lost
yeah,
the Howling
guys.
Branches from reserve. They come out and just screw you over.
Yeah, so I think that's really cool, actually, because any cool things that we find today that people really want to see, David can add them to his Crusade army. Yeah. Well, you can add them to your Crusade army as we go, David.
You know what I think would be cool in my Crusade army?
Oh, go on.
Another Hemlock and like... Another Hemlock?
Yeah, Hemlocks are Hemlocks are
awesome.
one of the best Wraith construct units, I think. Definitely come to
I
that.
should probably have 2 thinking about it.
I like
Waz says
the Hemlocks.
Dan can just play with a couple of egg boxes glued together. He'll be taking it off turn 1 when David kills it.
Yeah.
No, I'll be so unhappy.
This
if
is
it
this
gets
is
killed
when
at
this
one
is when
turn.
the monolith basically like solo like kills most of David's stuff.
that monolith is lethal.
Yeah, we
It
tell
is
people what you
lethal,
get for
guys.
winning the next game, because that's big.
Oh yeah, guys, for winning the next game in the Crusade, so you could see the Eldar army actually getting a few of these units that we talk about today, is you get to use the supply limit requisition twice for free. So you get to add 10 power level to your army for free if you win the next game. But then you also get a requisition point for
So you get
taking part in a
15
game.
effectively.
So you can have 15 power level if you want. But I think at this point, because we've already added like 20 power level to our army so far. I think at this point, whoever wins the game will probably be getting 10 power level and then an upgrade of some sort for a unit that they want to add, I reckon. Because everybody's got cool
Second
upgrades. they
Crusader.
can do. Second Crusader. That's crazy. But yeah, guys, so Ancient Doom, I think we're going to see that come into effect a bit.
It would be nice to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
one of
pretty
those,
good.
it'd be
it's one of
nice to
those
forget to
traits
use
they
it.
have, which
Yeah.
is like so. like so often never used. It's a really strange trait. I am surprised they kept it in like their last edition when their last book came out. I expect them to get something a little bit more generic.
It would be half useful if they could just make Slaanesh decent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the keepers of themselves was
I think
good,
it'd be cool.
but Slaanesh
Because you
in
know what,
general-
like other armies, like for example, you know, like the Thousand Suns, and the Space Wolves, like vice versa, they all have like specific abilities against each other. Because like Revenge for Prospero or Prospero Burns or whatever, they've all got those strats, haven't they, against each other? But they're strats. Do you know what I mean? So it's like 1 CP to use it if you play against that army.
Yeah.
But here, that ability is given to pretty much all Eldar, and it only works against Slaanesh.
Yeah,
I think that's pants.
But it's
You know, it would be
also-
nice
He's like
to.
Death to Default Emperor.
It would be okay if it was a strat, and then they had a different Ancient Doom or something better.
Yeah.
That helps them against everybody. Do you know
But
what I
it's
mean?
probably the only
Sucks that
faction. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's one of the only factions where their trait is a negative, right?
Oh yeah, minus one nation.
Oh, you
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to add one to your morale if you're close to.
Yeah.
Close to Slaanesh unit.
So I assume like no other faction has like a trait that actually like makes them worse when they play certain armies.
But now that they nerfed leadership losses, then it doesn't really matter that much, does it?
Yeah, I don't know how that one kind of interacts now, but it's before the addition.
Yeah.
It was just a straight up negative to their army. Was the fact that they were scared of Slaanesh and they had negatives for fighting.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It says,
Yeah.
the Eldari loathe and fear she who thirsts above all else, for in Slaanesh they see their doom made manifest.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They're actually just scared of
Scary
him.
stuff, man.
So many
Scared
jokes
of
to
him,
be
bro.
made.
Scared of him. Rich says, hi guys, Happy New Year.
Hey, Rich.
Happy New Year, Rich.
There we are. Oh, but then Battle Focus, guys. I think Battle Focus is one of the best abilities
Yeah, insane.
that any army has. It's,
hate Eldar
Battle
so much
Focus
just
is
because
so
of it.
good. Oh, Battle Focus is
it
incredible.
was so good because Yunari was just everywhere to start with, so, and you lost that. And everyone got so used to playing with and against Yunari. And then I remember
Everybody just forgot Battle
the
Focus.
first couple of games I had with Eldar, just normal Eldar, I totally forgot about it. And it's wicked. It's massive. Just be able to advance and just fire normally with it.
It's incredible because if this unit moves or advances its movement phase, weapons are used as if the unit had remained stationary,
Yep.
not even moved.
Yeah.
Stationary. That's mental.
It does
That
exclude
is.
heavy weapons though.
Yeah, it does exclude heavy weapons, but
But what is a heavy weapon?
exactly, what is a heavy weapon on Eldar that you put on infantry?
What,
Dark
dark ones?
Reapers ignore modifiers,
Yeah.
and then the heavy weapons go on bikes, and bikes don't care anymore about moving and firing with heavy weapons.
So the only unit I
It
can think
literally
of-
doesn't bother anybody.
No, the only person I think it makes a difference to is a Autark with an Eldar missile launcher. And I think that could be the only model I can think of.
I think that's legend in there.
Yeah,
Which-
I don't
yeah,
even
which-
think you
which
could take
I
that.
don't think it reminds me an
I
option
don't even
now.
think you could take that.
Is
So
that gone?
yeah, I think
Is that not exactly
that's the thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you know what people were doing? You take a
targets
Reaper
characters.
missile launcher or a normal missile launcher, and then take the Warlord trait to target characters.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then just sit on the
That's
other side of the
what
board,
Desire, yeah, yeah,
shoot,
yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
shooting guard characters in the face with Reaper launchers.
Yeah. I actually had
that's
it.
great.
It's very funny though.
I love that Warlord trait.
But yeah, man. So I think Battle Focus is incredible. I think that's really, really good, especially for units that can move really quick. Like like warp spiders and stuff like that. Like they can advance and flicker jump and all that kind of stuff. And then like swooping walks, because swooping walks move 12, don't they?
Yes.
It's like moving 12 and advancing and having 24-inch range guns with 4 shots each is.
Do you know what it's
Gives them
bonkers
lots
on
of
the
range.
bikes?
I'm not sorry.
Like the bikes.
Oh,
If you have
bikes,
like
yeah.
Shirok catapults on the bikes. They move 14, auto advance 6, so they go 20.
No, they move
inches.
16 because
No.
they're Eldar jet bikes.
Did they move 16? I thought
Yeah.
it was the Dark Eldar ones that moved 16.
No, man.
No,
Awesome.
all
So
Eldar
they,
bikes.
So they move 22 inches,
22.
and then they've got their 12-inch Shuriken, and then they get 4. That's assault 4. So each of them has 4 shots. So you move them 22 inches and then start shooting.
With no
and everyone's
penalty.
like, with no penalty.
And then soul burst.
yeah, and everyone's
So
like, what
good.
the hell?
So good, isn't it? So good. And then, of course, the last ability is the Path of Command. I believe the Path of Command only is on Autarks, right? It's an ability
Yeah,
for
they should.
Autarks. But you can reroll hit rolls of 1 for friendly Craftworld units within 6 inches of the model. And in addition, if your army is battle-forward... This is the bit that everybody forgets. And this model is your Warlord, and on the battlefield, you roll a d6 for each command point spent when using stratagems. On a 6, that command point is immediately refunded.
I don't think
Everybody
anyone uses
forgets
No
that.
one forgets it. It's that no one takes an Autarch as a warlord because the
That's
only decent warlord trait is for a Farsi or a warlock.
Oh, really? Is that the reason then?
All the other warlord traits are crap.
I see. I see.
unless
I see,
you're
I
sniping
see.
characters.
Oh, I see. Rich. Yeah, let's not read that comment. Next one. So Eldrad now. Rich says the Blood Angels painted yet cheaper. Well, mate. Yeah, they meant to get finished today.
No.
I think
To
I
quote
was
money,
gonna get them done.
they will 100% be
So
finished
They
today.
will be fit. He said,
Yeah.
I am not leaving tonight
until they're
Until
finished.
they're
until they are finished.
Yeah, so they're meant to be finished tonight, guys. So
It's fine though, because when you think about it, that's one step closer down towards you getting your delicious.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm already getting my kebab pizza, mate. He failed miserably at the first hurdle.
yeah, guys, the Blood Angels though they are going to be on a battle report, not this week, but next week. They're going to be on next week's battle report, playing against Custodes, the Custodes that David's painting up. So David's going to use the Custodes. I'm using the Blood Angels, and I think that's going to be a really cool game.
Yeah, you guys
Custodes
wouldn't
versus
believe
Angels.
it's
gonna
like
be really, really cool.
I brought
game.
in the Custodes and we were like, oh, we don't have 2,000 points, and then we counted it up and it's like,
guys.
what?
We counted up, and 2,000 points of Custodes is really, really small, which is pretty cool actually, because my Blood Angel army is really, really small.
David
as
just
elite.
told me, and I was like, no, it's not 2,000 points. He's like, oh yes, it is, and then he explained why. I'm like, oh, that is
That's why no one plays them.
that's very small.
But I think that'll be a good game, man. Custodes
I
versus Blood Angels. I think that should be really,
Yeah, I
really
think it'll be
interesting.
Nice to have Custodes back on the table. That'd be really good.
Yeah. Right. Well, we have Eldrad. Eldrad is Ulthway specific. It's cool actually because he's really good, isn't he? He is actually really good.
He's really, really worth his points.
Was he ever bad? Because I think since I played in like third edition, he was always in the meta.
Yeah, he was
only issue
always
you
good.
ever have with him is getting him into your army because he's locked to
Ulthway, yeah.
Yeah, but you can get him with the Guardian Bomb, right?
Yeah, to get the Black Guardians are ace.
Yeah,
Really,
the
really
kind of
good,
like the
so-
way to squeeze him into an army if you want to is like taking one unit of 20 Guardians and Eldrad in a patrol, right? That's the easiest and most efficient way of sticking him in, isn't it? Because like you say, the Black Guardians are really good because they hit on 2s, don't they?
Yeah, you can.
Hit on
There's
twos.
a stratagem
So
to give them +1 to hit, which is amazing. And yeah, the great thing about it as well is the Farseer powers are not locked to Craftworlds. So you can take him as a third of the Guardians. And he
they're
can
just
st-
Asuriani
yeah, he can
units.
just cast powers.
That's
on anyone
cool.
You take them with you.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'd heard an interesting rumour. Now, obviously, take this with a grain of salt or a massive, spoonful. But apparently, there was a rumour going around that Eldrad is going to go to Inari. And he's going to be an Inari unit.
Yeah.
Rather than
I
Ulthway
think
only.
that-
There was, in the lore, I think he's followed Yvraine into service
wow,
with that.
okay.
So
yeah,
it
in
could
the
be
lore, he's fallen out with all of the the Farseer kind of council. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, but he never liked him.
Eldrad's fallen out with them big time, and they've like excommunicated him
yeah.
in the
Oh,
fluff.
yeah.
Because he was like, we need to
Oh,
follow.
wow.
Because he was like, we need to follow, like Yvraine and in Inead and all that.
And, like,
And
you
everyone
won't.
was like, no, that's not how we, that leads us down the wrong path. And he was like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. And he's basically
See
been
ya.
exiled from Ulthway for
And like,
it.
all right, piss off, mate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that. There was a box set, wasn't there, with Eldar in, and it had Eldrad in it.
Yeah,
Blood of
with
the
the
Phoenix.
Harlequins. Yeah, with the Harlequins.
Was it Blood of the
Yeah, he
Phoenix
was leading
that was
Harlequins.
called?
It was really
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Blood of
yeah.
the
And
Phoenix.
that was basically the Eldar said no, don't go and do this, and that was him going and doing
And
it.
apparently, and the other
Okay,
thing as
okay.
well, which I'd heard was, and again, obviously, granted assault, I don't think it's going to happen now, was apparently, so was Lilith as well. Lilith Hesprax was also going to go towards that direction and go.
Oh, cool.
Oh no, they will do because they've previewed her model, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, but the Drukhari books coming out.
Oh, yeah, that might
So-
just be because the Dragari books come out.
Okay,
not
so the
because she's
idea is
turning
they're
to...
removing all the good named characters from Eldar and they're throwing them into the dead faction so no one uses them.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, no, they're chucking them into Yunari, so you can include them in any army.
But I think
Don't they
there'll
lose all
be.
the...
I think
Oh yeah,
basically.
you lose your. I think you lose. Do you lose your benefits anymore if you put Yunari?
No,
in
if
your
you put
army?
Yunari characters in, you can choose now.
Yeah, you.
Before, you were like, if a Yunari character is there, that detachment is Yunari. Whereas now, you can just choose whether they're...
So if you put, you could. So that way you can put Lilith, say, in your Eldar detachment, and not call it Ynnari, just call it Eldar?
No, because you can't use the
Drukhari.
the
keyword.
Eldar. You know the overall
Eldari.
Eldar. You can't use the Eldari keyword to link units.
Oh, so
anymore.
If you took,
Oh, but then, so then if you wanted them, you would have to use Ynnari then,
so if you took
yeah,
right?
if you took Yvraine
Ah,
in your list because she's specifically
Ynnari.
Ynnari, if she goes into an Eldar list of any kind, you can choose to use whatever Eldar faction that your army is or Inari.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
her.
is, like, you know, Lilith.
Oh, I see what you
If they
mean.
make
You should
Lilith
call it
Ynnari,
Ynnari.
can you add her to your Eldar army and just keep your Eldar Craftworlds benefit?
I would assume it would depend on
That
what
would be cool if you could do things like
Yeah,
that.
the Drukhari thing and just goes Ynnari.
Becomes Ynnari, like Eldrad, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
You could put Eldrad in your Dark Eldar force.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yes.
Doom!
Yeah, so what if Doom starts working with Draconar again?
Again, that would be incredible.
Oh no.
Bloody hell.
I lived through it long
Doom
enough.
That would
Ravagers
be
again.
incredible. Yeah, Doom Ravagers
Doom
were
Ravagers
awesome.
again.
Guys, Doom Ravagers were awesome.
Right, it's like,
Worms.
yeah.
There was something of not awesome. Was
Oh,
what we got
guys,
to.
believe me, it was awesome. Shooting Dark Eldar planes, 5 of them, and something that had Doom on it was awesome. The amount of disintegrated shots you got were incredible.
Well, I played Knight, so it was never awesome.
Yeah. Me and David know this pain. We're like, yeah, we were night players when all that stuff was going on. It's like, oh, you brought Ravagers. That's cool, I guess.
What says James R as well, potentially going to Ynnari?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So that could be quite cool. So that's something I'd heard rumours of, but this was a long time ago,
Yeah.
actually. This was before Drukhari even got a ring. But it's just something interesting with Eldrad. Before I would
Rich says, awesome content, guys. Really good content coming out now in terms of bat reps and stuff. Very happy elite member.
That's awesome.
That's really good to hear,
Thank
Rich.
you, Rich.
Good to
Appreciate
hear,
it.
mate. Like I said, we're working really hard on it. We've got so many ideas, we can't do them all in one go. But
Literally not enough days in a week.
yeah, there is not
Yeah,
enough.
there's not
but
enough days
yeah,
We're slowly getting there, aren't we?
It's just going to get
Slowly
better
getting
and better.
Yep. So yeah, guys, Eldrad, 6 wounds. Why has he got 6 wounds?
And 3 up in Vun, 5+ feel no pain.
Toughness 4.
Or
Why
six
is he,
up
why is he
in
toughness
Yeah,
4?
He's
He only took
turning
four.
to crystal. He's turning to crystal.
Why is
Thank you.
Eldrad toughness 4?
He's turning to crystal. He's turning to like stone because
He's
he's
a
so
little
old.
bitch.
He's properly old.
Really old.
He's weak.
And he's hard as well.
Yeah. He's actually
He fights, man.
Yeah,
He
I'm gonna
fights.
say that
He's
sword
really
is
good.
pretty mean.
Yeah, okay.
It's really hard to kill him.
Toughness 4 with 6 wounds,
Yeah,
man.
I remember how happy I was
Whoa.
when I charged him with like my assault terminators and I just couldn't kill him. I was like, what?
Yeah,
It's
man,
the
because he has a 4 up invulnerable as well, right?
3 up.
3 up?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, armor of the last runes. Wow, yeah, he's toughness 4 with 6 wounds and a 3 up invulnerable save.
And feel no pain.
Oof,
And feel
very nice, very nice. He also has Spirit Link, so whenever you pass a psychic test, you can add one to the next psychic test you take for him. That's really good. Really good. So basically, you get your first power off, guys. Then every other power after that is +1, basically. But if you fail one at any point in the chain, then the next one after that is not +1.
I don't think I've ever seen
Sorry,
Eldrad
Daniel.
fail a save. Unless I've played Dun.
Yeah, he is really good. Isn't he?
yeah, I can do that.
really good. He has
You want to see a
the,
fail? Watch this.
he obviously has the runes of the Farseer, like anyone else. That lets you reroll any number of dice for 1 power. And then the Ghost Helm, of course, which is you've got a 5 up feel no pain against mortal wounds, and then you add 3 to it for perils, so 2+ ignoring peril mortal wounds. And then also he's got the Staff of Ulthamar. The Staff of Ulthamar is really cool. It's +2 strength, -2 AP, D3 damage.
Yeah.
Strength 5, -2 D3 damage.
It's a
It's pretty good for a little elf.
it's a badass force stave.
Yeah, man. And also, he's cast 3, deny 2. Casting 3 is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, a Lord of Change doesn't cast 3.
That's just ridiculous.
That's mental, isn't it? And this guy
Yeah.
casts 3. I mean,
that's-
Magnus casts 3. And
That's why-
Eldrad casts 3,
That's why I
right?
always took Eldrad, because he always casts so much, it's just not worth getting.
Yeah,
the
he's
points.
really
the thing,
good.
though. On the
He's
Farseer
really, really
powers, there are 3 amazing ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so you normally have to take two Farseers
Yeah.
or 1 Eldrad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
like,
I always took Eldrad.
like a few more points,
Yeah.
and he just casts better.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
tougher.
yeah.
The only downside is no
He's so
dead
good,
bite.
isn't
That's
he?
the only thing.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Well, no, it's only ever sort of downside right now is that he's Ulfway, right? That is big downside.
Yeah.
He's locked to Ulfway.
But the Guardian Bomb is so good, it doesn't really matter, usually. You have enough points to get him in.
Yeah. The Guardian blob guys that you can take with Uthra, the Black Guardian, you take 20-man Guardian squad. And then you take 2 platforms, and then when they come down, you can give them +1 to hit, so that's 40 shots with all their rifles.
That's so good.
Or you can switch a couple of them out for the platform shuriken cannons, and then and then what you do is you put protect on them, which is +1 save, which is a warlock power, and then there is a stratagem that you can cast on a guardian unit to give them a 4-up invuln.
Yep.
So then with protect they have a 3-up invuln.
Yeah.
And then the platform's 3-up save becomes a 2-up save.
2-bomb save.
So
yeah.
you drop them down, and then it's a 20-man unit, and they've all got a 3-up invuln, and the platforms at the front have 4 wounds with a 2-up armor save.
This is why I said to Simon,
So
the
good.
first thing you need to paint for me is 20 guardians.
It buffs up so quick.
Because the
You know-
free invuln is so good for holding objectives.
The best thing about it now, Guardian Blob's got a bit tougher. Because you can, because it's pure infantry squad, right? You can drop them down wherever the hell you want and just make sure the 2 platforms are touching a terrain piece.
Yeah.
And they're
And they've got a
save.
1-up save.
Yeah.
And then just take the wounds on them first,
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's true, yeah. You don't even have to have the whole unit.
No, just have the 2 platforms touching terrain now.
That really helps with the 12-inch range.
Really, really helps now, doesn't it? That's really good, man. They're going to be so tough.
Alright,
that's
David,
what
I'll
you do
bring
there,
you
guys.
Guardians first.
Then we have a Farseer. Let's not go over a Farseer. Farseer is well worth his points. Always really, really good.
It's baby Eldrad.
Farseer Skyrunner. Oh, obviously that's the Farseer you take, guys. If you're going to take a regular Farseer and not Eldrad, a Skyrunner is the way to go.
Yeah, you put him on a bike.
Warlock Conclave. Absolutely terrible, guys. Do not take a Warlock Conclave on foot. They will never get anywhere.
Put him in wave surfing.
Warlock Skyrunner Conclave. There we go. That's the one to talk about. The Skyrunner Conclave is actually really good.
Really?
Especially now that it's all just about holding objectives.
Yeah.
Having a 3-up invulnerable save with 3 wounds each and fortune is incredible.
Feels like 7th edition.
Oh, they're so good. I think they're really, really good. And the thing is as well, you've got a power in the new book. Yeah, I've got the new book right next to me. Phoenix Rising, guys. It's from the Psychic Awakening. You've got a power in there that allows you to re-roll a save on a squad. When you put it on a squad, it lets you re-roll a save.
Yeah.
It is called Fateful Divergence. That's the one, the first pack. It's Warp Charge 4, guys. Warp Charge.
Oh, is
Charge
that's the one that
4.
replaces Smite, right?
So good. Yeah, the replaces Smite.
The only downside to it is it's got a really short range, isn't it?
Yeah, unit within 6 inches.
But they're going to cast it on themselves, so...
No, the thing is, though, they don't want to do that because you don't want to take the smite off the Warlock Conclave.
Yeah, because when they smite, if there's 7 models or more, they do D6 mortal wound. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
the
so
smite's
nice.
really good. So you want another guy doing it.
Yep.
But then, you've got to keep him
so they
safe.
don't. So they don't
gotta be
smite
like
it
a
on
farce,
1d6. So they smite it normally.
Yeah,
They smite normally, yeah. They smite normally. But normally, because they've got the Destructor rule, normally when a Warlock smites, it does it normally on 2 dice,
Just
but it's
one
only
mortal
one mortal wound. But these guys are really cool, because they do only do a single mortal wound if they're 1 to 3. Then in the middle, they do normal D3, but if there's 7 to 10 of them, they just always deal D6.
Oh, so they're like zone tropes, effectively, with the barrages and stuff.
But that's
Yeah.
really, really good, isn't it? Just doing D6 mortal wounds on something.
Yeah, that's really
Really, really good. So I think what you want, guys, is a Farseer with Fateful Divergence near them, because then he casts the reroll save on them before they quicken themselves out.
But,
That's what you want to do.
but it's not, though. Because there's another power in there that gives the unit +2 to cast.
Okay.
And when you give a Warlock Conclave +2 to cast, they do the 3 powers with +2 to cast.
Yeah. But you don't, because you've got other Psychers in your army, right?
Yeah.
You're not just going to have one Farseer in your
You
army, do you?
should
You don't
start
normally
building
have
them.
Farseers
You've got a
in your
Warlock
army.
Conclave here, then you've got a Farseer, then you've got some another Farseer and another 2 Warlocks to buff the Warlock. You
And
end up
Eldrad.
with just an army of Farseers if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Like an army of Psychers, so you've got to have other stuff as well.
Yeah,
So
you do,
basically,
you do.
what I'm saying is the +2 to cast is better than the reroll save.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the +2 to...
On a Warlock
the
Conclave,
the
yeah.
+2 to cast is awesome. It is awesome. But the reroll save, guys, it's really, really good, because you've got a 3-up invulnerable, then you can reroll with a command point, and you can reroll with that.
Yeah.
It's basically a 3-up rerollable invuln until you take more than 9 damage off something. Right? It's really, really cool. Then you've got Ghost Walk. Ghost Walk is really cool as well, guys. I love the Ghost Walk power because you can deep strike in
and then do +2 to your charge.
Yeah.
So you can deep strike in and have a 7-inch charge. That's a really cool power. And then, yeah, Focus Will, guys. Focus Will is awesome. Focus Will has a warp charge value of 6. If manifested, select one friendly Craftworlds Psyker model within 6 inches of the Psyker. Till the end of the phase, when a Deny the Witch test is taken for that model, add 2 to the result. That's been FAQ'd, guys. It obviously wasn't meant to be Deny the Witch, because you can't deny the witch in your own psychic phase. It was meant to be each time they cast a power. But that's really good. +2 to cast is awesome.
We went to Warhammer World, and I took Eldar. Did I take Eldar? No, I didn't. I think I was playing someone who had Eldar.
Who had Eldar?
And that hadn't been FAQ'd yet.
Yeah.
And he showed it me in the book, and I was like, yeah, of course. And then the guy on the table next to us was like, no, it's Deny the Witch. And the guy I was playing was like, yeah, but you can't deny the witch in your own turn.
In your own turn,
so that's
yeah.
obviously not what they meant. And the guy next to him was like, doesn't matter though, you can't just make up the rules.
Well, he was right.
You can't just make the rules.
And this other guy was like, well, he was like, but it's obvious. Like they were arguing the case, and I was like, look, mate, I don't care.
Just use it.
That's obviously what they meant. Just use it.
Yes, it's like this.
The guy next to you was like, no.
He was trying to stop this other guy in a different game from using it.
It's like the SpongeBob meme, you know, it makes sense to me.
So I can do it. Yep.
He was like proper stressing out because this other guy was arguing with him, and I was like, mate, he's nothing to do with that game. Don't worry about him.
Did you go off on him again? In the rage.
And this is the thing, guys. If you're going to take a Warlock Conclave as well, guys, it's very expensive. If you want to take like a big unit of 8 or 9 of these guys, it's like 450 points or 500 points. It's like a quarter of your army. Yeah. So if you're going to do it, you're going to be putting a lot into this. So what I would do is I would personally take them in a custom Craftworld. If I was going to take them, because if you're taking them, you want to be able to do the maximum amount of damage that you can with them. You want to be in Children of Prophecy, so you can custom Craftworlds are in the Phoenix Rising book, guys. I think you want to be Children of Prophecy, so all of your ones count as 2s when you're casting psychic powers, because that's huge, especially when you got the +2 to cast on you.
Oh yeah, you would have passed your thing when we played.
No,
I was Children of Prophecy.
He was
Children of Prophecy.
Yeah, no, because it goes off. No, because I wasn't taking. You do the +2 to cast.
No, you weren't taking Children of Prophecy.
Was I not taking?
No, you didn't take Children of Prophecy at that point because you had because you were always like Simon is the best.
Yeah, you
because the extra 6 inches on your shining spears is the best thing to take.
Because you rolled 3 and a 4.
That was
a
it.
fail. Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I think you very quickly realised that Children of Prophecy is the best.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, you
because you can only fail on a 4. And you had +1 to, because you had +1 to cast and +2 to cast.
No, you got it.
So you got it off on a 4. So you can only fail on a 3 with a reroll.
On a 3, and you could reroll it.
Yeah.
And I played David, and then I rolled it.
So
I moved out to Quicken, and I rolled a 3, and then I rerolled it into a double 1.
Oh,
yeah, and I was like, just roll it.
And then David was like, "Okay, that was quite obviously wouldn't happen. So let's just say that didn't. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Go again." And then I rolled a double 1, and then another double 1.
Oh my god!
And
failed 4 times.
And then I said to Dan, "Okay, just let's say
just do it. Let's say it goes off.
just move on.
And then I lost the game.
Oh, that's class. That's class. But yeah, guys. So for that reason, you go Children of Prophecy. So you physically can't fail your powers if you do Children of Prophecy.
Yes, yeah,
physically can't
I'm
fail
sure
your
Dan
powers.
would find a way.
No, I can't. I did find a way because I did that. So you physically can't fail it.
But you still perils on a double 1, don't you?
Because you perils it.
Yeah.
So what you do is you perils on a double 1, and then you kill yourself. And with the
then
perils, because they're only warlocks with 2 wounds.
But it still
and then
goes
the
off, right?
No, power doesn't go off then.
No. If you die,
perils that you don't
if
power doesn't
you,
go
I
if you,
thought
yeah,
the power
if you
goes
die
up and
now,
then you die.
no. If you die from perils now, power fails.
That's so cool, isn't
So,
it?
yeah, Dan
Find that out.
was it the hard way that he found it?
Oh, that's incredible.
So the only way we learn here is we find out the hard way. That's the thing, right?
But yeah, guys, if you're going to do that, because you want to invest a lot of points into making them good, you take Children of Prophecy, and then in my opinion, you probably take Hunters of Lost Relics, is what I want to say. I think that's what they're called, actually. That'd be amazing if I could remember that.
Big fan of this one.
That was bloody...
I'm pretty sure you checked.
Sorry, Gareth,
No,
Gareth has
you-
joined.
It's
Hello,
an
Gareth.
F.
Gareth, how are you, dude?
That's so cool, isn't it?
Big Gaz.
Big Gas in the house.
Gareth's in house.
Yeah, Hunters of Lost Relics, guys, because it gives you +1 attack when you're near objectives. And I think now, in the current meta, in the current game, when it's all about holding primary objectives, they're going to be defending an objective. They have to be. You've got no choice.
Yeah.
And imagine anyone charging the 3 attacks a model. 9 of them will be 27 attacks. You'll probably have +1 to hit on them from the power. If you pop Disdain,
Yeah.
it's unmodified 6s, guys, but you're hitting on 2s and your 6 are exploding. So you should get same amount of hits as you have attacks. So 27 attacks should get you 27 hits. That's bonkers.
And
Because they
wound
wound on 2s. Against anything, it's not just... Because quite a lot of weapons say wound on 2s unless the target is a vehicle. But this doesn't. Singing Spears are just... This weapon always wounds on the roll of a 2+. And it's D3 damage.
But it doesn't
Yeah,
matter because mine never wounds.
It's just because they don't have any they don't have any AP.
Yeah, they don't have AP.
That's the issue with
That's the one thing. That's the one thing that does hurt them.
But to be fair,
But that's
everything
why
is
you try.
involved.
That's why you try and give them the 27 attacks, isn't it, instead of the 18?
Yeah, you just got to try and force the.
Yeah, so whatever goes through is
Volume,
gonna
right?
hurt,
You need
basically,
weight
yeah.
of attacks.
But most of the stuff has invuln and like free up save, so it's not that bad in combat. Because you get cover save in
No,
shooting,
it's-
but
it's
in
all-
combat it's not that bad.
It's all bloody storm shields.
Yeah,
Storm
quite a lot of
saves.
it. Storm should. It's Marines, isn't it?
Yeah.
Marines are the thing because against everything else, pretty good, man. Like if you were to go against a generic Necron army, not very many things with a 2-up save.
That's true.
They're all like 3-up, right?
Yeah.
If you went up against, let's say, like a Harlequin army, they all just go 4-up in vulnerables.
Oh, wow.
You know, you would
Yeah.
butcher them. I
It'd
think.
be really nice against Harlequins.
Absolutely butcher them. Then things like Death Guard. You went up against Death Guard, they've all just got 3-up saves.
Yeah.
Only Terminators have a 2-up, and there's like no shields in Death Guard and stuff like that. So I think it's just Marines, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that they have like a 3-up or 2-up save, then they can +1 to it. That's the
Then they
bonkers
feel
thing.
no pain.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the
and
bonkers.
then
and,
they
then
do.
and then they get dead guys back up.
And then you can only wound them on force. So
Yeah.
it's not that.
Oh yeah, because transhuman trumps always went on to this. Oh, that's bonkers. That's bonkers. So yeah, guys, I think if you did that with a Warlock, Skyrunner, Conclave, they'd actually be really good in the game right now. I think they'd be really good in the game right now. We haven't used them actually since like 8th ed, have we? We haven't used them in 9th.
Oh, I haven't used my Warlock Conclave in ages
But
because
just
they constantly screwed me over. So they're lucky they're not in the bin.
I mean, I used that Conclave like twice, but they were incredible. 3 rerollable inverns, guys. You don't fail them.
Didn't they have a resurgence just before
Manny
the 9th
doesn't
edition?
fail them.
Sorry, didn't they? What? Sorry.
Didn't have a little resurgence just before the 9th edition. The Warlock Conclave.
I'm not
Did they?
Maybe that's,
Someone-
maybe that's
did
why
very well
I
in
was
the
playing
tournament
them.
here.
Maybe that's why you were playing them.
I was playing them just before night.
I remember someone in the tournament here did really well with them.
Oh yeah, it was Ben came in and played them.
Oh yes. Yes,
Yeah.
Ben came and played them.
I think because Eldar lists kind of got skewed like in like a very certain direction, we stopped seeing them for a bit because I think competitive Eldar went towards Horde infantry with lots of Harlequins and
Yes.
Racks, wasn't it?
Yeah, Racks and Harlequins or Shining Spears.
Yeah, or Shining
Because Shining
Spears,
Spears are
or
rockin'.
or Wraith Lords and Wraith Seers, so or all big stuff and tanks.
Oh no, that's it.
We'll see
Ninth
how far
edition
it
was
goes.
the
Because if you
time
stay
of
in
Wraith
today-
because they dropped
if you stay
in the
really low.
new points.
So
Yes.
I can
Because Wraith
afford-
Lords used to be
I
quite
would fight
expensive, and
it,
they're
so
quite
it's
cheap
five
now.
man unit.
Yeah, but no, I like the Warlock Council. I think it's a cool looking unit.
Yeah, it is.
That's the
I think
thing,
it's
right?
really
is-
cool looking.
I would just
Oh, sorry, I should probably preface that. Sorry, the Skyrunner Warlocks are a cool looking unit when they're on their bikes.
Yeah,
I think it's such a cool looking.
They do look wicked.
yeah,
They
and
look
they're
wicked.
so fast, so quick. And I think now with the slightly reduced board size as well.
Oh yeah, they're a lot more. They'll be a
They're
lot
going
more
where they need
mobile.
to go. They are going
That's
where
what
they need
makes
to
it
go.
useful because I used to have to, like I was explaining to you, I
You
had to take them
do
the same
sign
arm
Yeah.
because people could just hide out the way of them, and then your big unit does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
But now you
exactly.
can't escape them,
Yeah, man.
so
Yeah.
you don't need to be same arms.
Yeah,
you
I
can
mean,
take exactly
you only need to have seen the battle reports we've done with like the Harlequin jet bikes to know how fast those things are.
Oh, yeah.
Now imagine that
That's the
as
thing,
a
if
unit
you
of
put-
psychers with free up invulnerable save
Yeah.
and D6
But I
mortal wounds.
have to admit though, I am more of a fan of the rather than the Hunters of Lost Relics, the
Hail of Doom.
The Hail of Doom, the one that gives you -1 to your shuriken
-1
weapons,
to
because
shuriken
they've got
weapons.
4 shots each.
I'm not.
Oh yeah,
Man.
that's
And you can
loads of
guide
shots.
them.
I'm not.
You can guide them, so you're
What do you
re-rolling your.
That's because that's
You're
only
re-rolling
minus.
your hits,
It's just
man.
-1. Just -1.
But some armies it hurts a lot.
But it's
Like
0 minus in combat.
Like clearing guard, right? That's huge. If you have loads of guard.
Yeah, massive.
You can clear them with
You
0
can get
AP.
guides, you can
Oh,
get
yeah.
re-rolls to hit, and it's -1, which is better than your combat. And then as well, when you're doing a lot of damage with your shooting instead, you can shoot and then like fire and fade away.
Yeah, I
So
suppose.
you haven't got to commit and then get charged back.
Because that's the kind of thing that just can't touch mech.
Makes them a bit more hit and run.
Yeah, but you cannot wrap anymore with the bikes,
Because
right? So-
the problem with them, I've always found, is because their shooting's decent. Like even with that, it makes them even better. But their shooting's pretty decent anyway. Just like the weight of attacks, the amount of 6s you can roll, especially if you doom the target, they can just nuke stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I've always found is that you can tie them up with a tag, and then they can't fall back and cast powers anymore and stuff like that. So that's a big thing they might encounter.
Who's that?
Warlock Conclave?
Yeah, you
Just
can
tie
fall-
them up
you
with
can
a
fall-
tank.
You can fall back, shoot and charge with a CP.
With CPs, yeah. 'Cause that costs 2, doesn't it? Attack normally.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So, but it could hurt because Eldar have lots of CPs that they want to spend, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but like Eldar are very much a hit and run army.
Yeah.
If you have to go in and commit,
Yeah.
they're tough, but they'll still probably die if you're in the middle of your opponent's army.
Yeah, that
Whereas
can
if they
happen,
come
that
out,
can happen, yeah,
quicken, smite, shoot, and and then fire and fade back away.
Yeah.
Or like charge a unit back, kind of on the outskirts. They're more of a kind of go in, do some damage, come out, and then when they're behind a wall or something, and they're as tough as they are, you cannot shift them.
yeah, you don't
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
risk
yeah.
taking
I
Definitely.
think they're more that kind of thing. Because the thing is, they're crap in combat, so you can make them slightly less crap in combat.
Because
Or
they're
you
all,
make their
they're
shooting
all,
really good.
yeah, I suppose.
That's the way I
they-
see it.
they-
I
They're
suppose.
2 attacks
You're
basically.
if you give them an extra attack, you're polishing a turd.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
No, I don't think so, man.
Oh,
I don't think
instead
so.
of 2 crap attacks, you've got 3 crap attacks.
Well,
They're
if you
not
give us-
crap attacks, though.
Well, if you're giving them scenes,
They're
to,
not.
it's
They're
right?
they're not crap attacks, man. Wounding a knight on a 2+ is not crap.
In this one, they just pass all their saves. 'cause
It's
they know
not
what-
crap.
Oh no! Unless
I
you're like
think it's
unless you're like
good.
me, who will then fail like 5 of those saves. Like I'll take 5 free
Yeah,
D3 damage,
definitively.
and then let's see.
Put it this way.
And
Put it this
Mr.
way.
Chima who goes like, "Oh, it's 18 damage."
Put it this way: you doom a knight, you doom an Imperial Knight. If an Imperial Knight were to charge them or something, and you had the Hunters of Lost Relics, you'd get 27 hits against that knight and 27 wounds averagely. 9 would go through, even with a 3-up save. You'd do 18 damage to that knight.
Yeah.
Like you 3/4 kill that knight. Now shoot that knight with your shurikens. See how many wounds you do.
No, I wouldn't. I'd
That's
go in,
polishing
I'd go
a
in,
turd.
and I'd go in. I'd clear his little units that are sitting on objectives.
He's got 4
from the
knights.
Warlock conclave.
What are you
and
doing?
then I'd shoot the knights with my.
He's got 4 knights down.
I'd shoot the knights with my Reaper launchers, with my Dark Reapers that sat behind them.
But that's the thing, right? They can one-shot a knight, I think, if you take that, because you throw your shining spears as well, don't you? Yeah, singing spears. Sorry. So you get 9 shots as well,
Well,
wounded
you
on
can shoot
2s,
singing spears, yeah.
and all of them are D3 damage, and then you charge him with 27 attacks, all of D3
It's a bad
damage.
example though, because the thing is, if you're playing knights, you're going to win anyway, because all knight players are rubbish.
That is true.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, Simon was actually heard it. Simon was like, "That's game."
Much.
That's true.
That's true.
Oh no!
Knights are one of those armies where me and Dave we can go up through like
Oh no!
the tournament to the bottom tables, get to the mid tables, and then when you
gave
start.
up on knights because my pride was really hurt when I came to the RTT, and I was like, I think knights are not that bad. And I went 0-3. I was like, nope. Last time I took knights to the tournament, I was like, nope.
You know what would be really cool? though, Dan?
I went 2 and 3 at the last GT.
Disgusting.
The last
Bloody hell.
what's it called? GT Heat
Yeah,
2
yeah,
with knights, and I was like, oh god, they're not great right now. To be fair, one of my opponents was a guy who brought 3 shadow swords. And I was like, oh no, and a million guardsmen. I'm like, oh, right. I'll just
Well, with this
leave.
conclave, you know what would actually be really cool, Dan? If you could fit in somehow, like a warlock that had protect, and then a warlock that had quicken, because then the conclave could just take 2 powers, like, just powers that if they go off, it's really good. But if they don't go off, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like the +1 to hit power, and then like conceal or something.
Yeah.
Just something like that. Because then you can make them -1 AP with Hell of Doom and Hunters or Lost Relics. Because you put the powers that buff them on different Warlocks.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
So you actually
good
you
would
do
they
that
be
the other
then?
way around.
Oh, okay.
You put the
okay,
crappy
okay.
powers on the other 2 Warlocks. Because
Okay.
then you could, and the Protect and Quicken that you really want, you could cast +2 to cast on them, and then they could do both powers with +2 to cast.
With +3 to cast, right, as well?
Well, +3 to cast, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's really useful to have that +2 on them.
Don't you have the
Because
conclave
you can give
stratagem
them
as well?
2 amazing powers, and you know they'll go off.
No, because they'd fail on double ones.
No?
Yes. Because I'm saying that's why you give the powers to the other 2 Warlocks, so they can have AP
I see.
-1 and Hunters of Lost
I see
Relics.
what you mean.
How class would that be?
Yeah.
If the other 2 Warlocks had that, that would be. I think that would then make them really good. That would be amazing.
By the way, now we're 50 minutes in and we've talked about 3 units.
Oh, yeah.
There's not much more of my colleagues that actually plays.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's
That's
not
all
too
the
many
good
other
units
things
that
to
we're
talk
right now.
about.
We've got other stuff.
Dark Reavers!
Oh, guys, Prince Uriel, man. David, that's the one thing you're missing from your army.
Prince Uriel.
He's
I don't know
Ironman,
any
man.
yeah.
He's Ironman hero, and you haven't taken Prince Uriel.
you need Uriel in
You suck,
there.
man.
Yeah, but it's a named
You
character.
suck.
We're not supposed to take
Oh,
named
yeah,
characters.
Yeah,
You
those
suck.
are the characters.
Ass. That's
I
what
wanted
you do,
Eldrad
David.
and a Guardian
You
Ball
suck
and
ass.
Scatterbites.
Oh, very Ironman that is.
No, that was
I love
awful.
how rubbish that Prince Uriel is. So rubbish. Have you seen that he's cursed? So whenever he passes a save on a 6, he has to reroll.
He has to reroll it, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you die every time?
You must reroll saving throws of 6 for Prince Uriel in the fight phase.
That's
in the
such a
fight phase.
terrible. Whoever came up with that idea.
Why is he
man,
cursed?
They hate Eldar.
Jesus.
Their traits make them bad. Ariel is like this hero.
It's
Who's saying this
crazy.
Craftworld is bad. Everyone's bad.
So Games
my
Workshop
God.
hates Eldar. They hired someone who wrote Inari rules. He got instantly sacked, and they're like, "Nope, you're getting White Dwarf rules now."
Oh, man.
It's such a shame though, because he's actually a really cool model, and he's actually not bad in combat once he eventually gets there.
Unless he's
He looks
plus
wicked.
6.
He's got the Spear of Twilight, so he always wounds on 2s, and he's -2 D3 damage. He's really good. He's got 6 wounds, and he's pretty cheap, I think.
Yeah, he's
For his
quite
points.
cheap.
Yeah, it should be. He's going to reroll his pass saves.
Is he better than
You're
Eldar?
really caught up on that, Dan. What's the problem?
He should give you points for taking it.
The thing is, he's like an autarch because he's got
He
does have the
He is
Path
an
of Command.
autarch.
Oh, he is an autarch.
He is an autarch.
So he has the Path of Command. So one of them in your army could be quite good, actually, David. Prince Uriel could be good in your
I'd
army.
rather have an Eldar.
Yeah. It's funny, David, because let's be honest, the only person who rolls 6s for their saves at any point is Manny anyway.
I'd rather
So.
have some storm going.
this- is
Uriel. At least when I roll a 6, they'll live.
If I had to re-roll my save of a 6, you don't think I'd roll another 6?
Is this discussion?
I roll
How
what
can
I
we
wanna
make your
roll.
Army
Yeah.
wars. Get some prince, someone.
These dice are my bitch. They'll roll what I want.
Regular autarchs, though, guys. Regular autarchs are pretty cool. Because that Path of Command's awesome. Makes Eldar reliable, man. Because there's no other way of getting reroll 1 state with shooting, is there?
No, you got
No other way of getting reroll 1 state.
No, you've got the grace, whatever the psychic power, right?
Yeah, unless that's a Unari power.
There's
No.
another power.
Yeah, that's United Power. It's called like
No, they have no other way
Grace
to
of
get
Indiana.
reroll.
Ancestors'
Only
Grace.
autarchs.
Ancestors' Grace. That's the one. Yeah, it's a Unari power. Yeah, they can't do that. And
Yeah. In
the
the
only other
natural
way
block
is
is-
you can get 1 unit, can't you, with rerolls to hit, and that's with
God.
with guide, but that's just 1 unit. It's really nice to have him, especially guys. If you're going to take like platforms, because platforms are a unit that we'll come to talk about. Platforms are really reliable with an autarch nearby because you can take them in that custom craft order. They can re-roll 1 hit roll, 1 wound roll, because then they get quite a few shots. They get D6 shots, then they can re-roll all their 1s and a 2 because they hit on 3s. So you can re-roll 1 failed hit roll of a 2, re-roll all your 1s with the autarch, so it makes them really reliable to hit. Then they can re-roll a wound roll in their strength 6. So they're quite good at clearing chaff, aren't they? With an autarch standing near them. So I definitely think an autarch's good.
How's your pacing going, sir?
Good. I'm waiting for them to dry a bit so I can move them off this tray and then put those onto that tray and base them.
Good man.
Oh, are you washing them, are you? You're putting that much wash on that, they're sliding down the side of the bases, are they?
No. I'm trying to save the map because we've got this map, which actually, I'm going to remind you, and chat can remind people tomorrow.
We need to put a Necron one on.
Necron one for
We need to
Crusade
put the
tomorrow.
Necron one on.
Oh yeah, I can
one
kick
for the
Dan's ass on the
Necron
Necromancer.
Amazing. Yeah, go on. I really hope you do. Do it, David.
Look, you
Do
can
it,
win.
David.
Just spare the monolith, alright?
spare
This is
spare
where-
the monolith.
This is where
Please,
David-
sir.
This is where
Spare the
David
monolith.
spends the entire shooting phase shooting it and does like 3 wounds to it.
Yes. Oh, it would make me so
David's
happy.
going to be like, oh, but it's stupid.
And then what's gonna happen? Dan is gonna charge me. I'm gonna Overwatch and kill him in Overwatch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's gonna fly across the table.
It's going to fly across the table.
You know, we laugh
through
like
the
that's
door,
not. We laugh
down
like
the
that's not
stairs.
possible. But if that monolith charges those Wraith God with the flamers, it probably will die on Overwatch. That many auto hits.
Not with 1 damage.
Oh, with
but like,
minus
like
4,
16 shots.
yes.
Yeah, but it only does 1
But
damage.
they wound
But
on
it's D3 shots.
3s. D3 shots and they wound on 3s. They can do like 10 wounds to it.
Yeah, if Dan finds some strange mushrooms on the floor on the way to the game, eats them and loses his mind, and charges the Wraith Guard with the
with the monolith.
they'll do a whole...
I'm
Yeah,
gonna screen with the Wraith Guards.
That's desperate screening with your elite
That's
units.
amazing. That is amazing.
I don't have anything else to screen with.
You got Guardians. You
I've
got some
got
good dire
one
Avengers.
I've got 1 unit of Guardians and 2 units of that. They're gonna die before he destroys.
We've got the Avatar of Khaine, guys. The Avatar of Khaine. Dan is
love him.
Dan's loving the Avatar
I
of
love
Khaine.
the
He wants
Avatar
to
of
he wants to use him in an Eldar
He's
army.
really, really good.
The Avatar.
He's
of
one
Khaine.
of those units that look crap on paper,
Uh-huh.
but when you put him on the board, he makes such a difference, and people are so scared of him.
Yeah, he
How
does
many
make
wounds
a
does he
big
have?
difference. He's 8 wounds,
So he can
can't
hide
target
Yeah,
him.
he
so,
hides,
yeah.
yeah. And he goes around with his... He's got like... He fires melter at the end of his sword. Fires melter shots. He makes everyone fearless around him. He's got some really cool stratagems as well. He like gives pluses to charge and stuff.
And then
Yeah,
he's too slow to get
he is a
anywhere.
demon as well, so he is a demon as well, so he has a 5-pin vulnerable
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. He's Khaine Awakened, friendly Asuriani units within 12. Do not take morale tests and can reroll failed charge rolls for these units.
That's really good.
That's
12
really,
inches
really good.
is a massive
Yeah.
aura.
Oh, that's a massive aura.
aura.
That's the one thing that used to make Abaddon an auto take.
Yeah,
Before
that morale.
is that he had a 12-inch auto pass morale.
Is it
That's
a
a really
units
good
or
thing.
models within 12?
Unit.
It's units.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, no, just
Because
to
one
double
model
check.
wouldn't take a morale without the other models in their unit.
No, I know, but sometimes the wording's really weird on some of these auras, so. But it is
Yeah,
units.
yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
units within 12 inches do not take morale tests.
Because he's not particularly slow. He's 8-inch movement.
7
isn't he?
inches.
7
You move
inches.
7
So he's
inches,
not
7 inches.
really, really slow.
I'm sure he used to be 8.
Oh, I thought it used to be 6 before. Oh, he's 7 inches.
That's
He's
the
7
difference.
inches.
They're giving him
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, he has a 5 up feel no pain as well. That's bad. That's really good.
He's really, really
We
tough.
found how good 5 up feel no pains are on characters that can't be targeted.
Yep.
Right? Because Bjorn is a monster.
Oh yeah.
Toughness 8 and with a 5 up feel no pain.
-1 damage.
Oh my god, with -1 damage. Now the Avatar of Khane's got a 3-up save, a 5-pin vulnerable. He's got the one thing that Bjorn doesn't have, an invulnerable.
Yeah.
He's got an invulnerable and a feel no pain. That's so good.
What toughness is he?
So good. He's toughness 6. He's not the toughest, but he's a monster in combat, guys.
Yeah,
A monster.
And he should be.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
freaking
yeah,
avatar
definitely.
of Khaine.
He's got 5 attacks. He hits on 2s. He's strength 8, -4, d6 damage, and you roll 2 dice when inflicting damage, picking the highest.
He's got, he's got a melter in combat.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he shoots it as well. The Wailing Doom, he can shoot it, but it's one
Does
shot.
he get back up after dying or something?
No.
There's a stratagem.
There's a
Doesn't
strike.
he
Yeah,
have
there
to
is
come
something
back?
because I
That's
told
nice.
him
It's
he
like
can get back up.
Khaine
Strategy
reborn,
gets
something like
back
that.
up,
Or...
Yeah.
Gets back up with like D3 wounds.
He is, however, quite expensive.
Do you know
He's
the
not.
thing
I
as
don't think
well
he's worth his
about
points
that stratagem?
competitively.
Now I don't know if they've FAQ'd it yet,
Oh yeah.
but that stratagem is quite expensive. I think it's like 3 CP or something to do it.
Uh-huh.
But there's no limit on the amount of time
You can just
do
keep
it.
getting him back.
Oh.
You can
cool.
just keep getting back up.
Yeah, so if he gets back up and you kill him again, you can just go, well, I'm just going to use that strike.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So
class.
if he's kicking ass and doing really well, you just keep getting
Just
back
keep
up.
getting back up. Oh, that's really, really
Yeah,
cool.
let's say he's finally got to the lines and he's killed loads of stuff and they finally killed him and you go, nah.
He's back.
In the middle of your enemy lines.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And that we've got the 4-jeweled one.
Yeah, the big.
Yeah,
the
the
big
You got
boys.
both.
We got both, but I'm painting the portals on it.
That's class. That is class.
Oh yeah, if anyone wants to buy an Avatar of Khaine, the original one, I've got about 7 of them in the trading.
Yeah,
zone.
Barry makes a good point. Avatar of Khaine cannot stride as far as a guardsman.
Of course not.
Of course not, man. Guardsmen.
Jetbikes cannot strike
Do you
as
know-
far as a guardsman.
I was going to say, like,
The thing is that he's lost this edition, which I'm gutted about, is before he used to have a rule where he would just ignore melter weapons. Because
Oh, yeah.
he's made of lava.
yeah, he would ignore
basically-
Melton Flame. Or
So yeah, he would just
Ignored melter
ignore
weapons.
them. So he could just like now it would be amazing because all these Space Marine players turn up with their ATVs and
Eradicators.
Eradicators,
Yeah.
and
He's
the
like,
Avatar
yes, sound.
just strolls up the board like Mickey Mouse whistling.
It's the bolters.
No, it's the Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man. He's at the high street,
Yeah. Yeah,
getting
but
shot at by Melton. He's like,
the only problem is he would then get mowed down by bolters.
yeah, then he gets knocked down by 3,000 bolters. Yeah.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, he does have the demon keyword. It's a Grey Knight to be like, that's
yeah.
a terrible shame.
Oh yeah. Oh, the demon keyword. Yep. Yep. They would just go, 2 smites. Yeah, he's dead.
They'll be like,
Flat
yes.
4 damage against demons. Bye. Yeah, get back up. Get back up. Get back up. Go on. Go on.
D3
I got
wounds.
more to do,
Yeah.
punk.
It's bandage.
Gets back with D3 wounds. Oh, I can have another 4 damage smite then.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, I still don't understand why he still has the demon keyword. I think that probably is
Because he's a demon.
Go.
That's probably why.
Well, he's a well.
Because he's a demon,
No,
right?
the Catan used to have the demon keyword. The Nightbringer used to have the demon keyword.
Oh no way.
Did
yeah,
it?
yeah, he did. He used to have the demon keyword, and then that went.
Was that a very, very long time ago?
Very long.
Like it might have been 6th, maybe. But he did have it. He did have the demon keyword at one point. Because he's like he's like a Catan shard. He's like a avatar of a demigod, right?
Yeah, because normally I think they're categorized by like ones that are like eternal, right? In different things. Because he's an avatar of Khaine, right?
Yep.
But avatars of Khaine, the way I think the way they categorize them as demons is because they can enter different planes of reality, kind of thing. Because they are in Age of Sigmar too. There is an avatar of Khaine in Age of Sigmar in fantasy. Just like demons, there are demons in 40k are also in fantasy because they go across different realms, right? They can scout across different planes of reality, kind of thing. So I think because the avatar of Khaine can do that too, right? So I think maybe
guess,
that's
yeah,
why he's
maybe.
a demon.
It's probably like
Something
it's probably
like that.
when they get summoned, right?
Yeah.
The Avatar
Yeah,
King
stuff like
gets
that.
summoned.
He gets
before
summoned in, doesn't
You
he?
get someone in blood and gore and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't they have to sacrifice somebody?
Could you
Doesn't
imagine
somebody walk
that?
into a
Could you imagine a
room and
Necron
scream?
warrior just getting his hand going, please let me summon a void dragon, help me.
Yeah, they do. It's
My
like
blood, no, there's no blood.
you have to sacrifice like an exile or something weird.
Yeah.
Like a
Oh,
like a really
really?
hard to go and get an avatar. Yeah, they have to send.
Because the avatar is like a big.
bloody hell.
The avatar is like a molten thing in a throne, and you send in somebody. the young
Barry
king, they
says he
call it.
very much
Something
is
like
a
that, yeah.
demon, that's why he's got the demon keyword. Guardian Defenders. I think Guardian Defenders are awesome. We've spoken about them
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
But, mate, these guys with Hail of Doom is incredible.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you cast Doom on something, drop these guys in with -1 AP. Incredible. Put Guide on them and then Doom the target. They'll pretty much kill anything.
Yeah.
With
It's
-1.
it's
If they're
20
if they're
minus
any good.
3 on 6 to wound as well.
Yeah,
20-man unit with 2 platforms.
See,
Yeah.
I have guide already. I
That'd
have
be
Doom
really nice.
already. I have 10 guardians and a platform. I just need 10 more guardians and another platform.
Yeah, and then
And
you
I'm
have a
gonna do-
proper
yeah.
bomb.
Proper.
Bomb.
And watch
But
as
they're not
that
gonna
gets
work.
screamed out by Dan and his 40 warriors. He goes, no, you can go nowhere near me.
The funny part is my target will be his 41.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Oh, you've given me your warrior.
Oh, you give me your warriors. You punk. You fool.
When I screen out with my destroyers, and then he comes down and I go -1 to wound.
Yeah, and then he still wipes them out.
Yeah, until just
This is David. If it was you rolling the dice, then yeah.
Oh, do you
Yeah,
remember
you
when
know,
I played Harlequins?
That's insane,
I
guys.
do roll pretty well against you.
Because it's insane. Because if they were to shoot infantry and stuff, they just wipe them. But say there was a unit like those, like a tank. Say there was a tank that's toughness 7, right? If it's doomed and they have the -1 Hail of Doom, they will probably kill one.
They do so much.
They'll probably kill one with 40 shots. Hitting on 3s with full rerolls is an average of 26 plus 10. 36 hits. Average of 36 hits.
Hitting on 3s with rerolls, 36 hits, man.
I love
Out
how
of
he
40 is
jumps
really
when he
good.
does it.
Oh, that's, and if they're Uthwood.
+1 to hit.
No, because you want the -1. So much better than 2 extra hits.
Oh right, so yeah, you were talking about the -1.
Oh,
Because you got 40 shots. So if they're Ulthway, what, they're going to get 40 hits instead of 36 hits?
Yeah.
4 extra hits? But AP -1 on everything is probably better than that. So if you do that, guys, then wounding on 5s, they're going to get 12 hits. 12 wounds, half of which will be -3. Half of them should be -3, half of them should be -1. But then when you're re-rolling the fell 24, you should get another 8, half and half again. So you should do 10 -3 wounds and 10 -1
they-
wounds against a tank.
Are they becoming -4 with that thing? Or
No,
do they
no, no,
just
no.
change
It doesn't
-3?
affect the abilities of the weapon. Specifically says that. But that's amazing. That will be like 8 wounds off a tank with the -3 and another 5 wounds off it because most tanks have a 3-up save with the others. So yeah, and looking at about 13 wounds they'll take off a toughness 7 tank.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That kills the tank commander.
It's incredible.
Oh no, tank commander. Yeah, it's the same, right? 7 and 8 for the weapons. Yeah, because it's
No.
strength 3.
Oh no, the toughness
No,
8.
no, because then the 5s
They'd
are
take, they'd take 8 wounds off a tank commander. I mean, which is pretty good for an infantry
It's
squad.
pretty good. Yeah.
Really, really good. And you know, guys, the wicked thing about them is they're only 10 power level for a squad of 20.
Yeah,
With
they're-
2 platforms.
They're
in.
cheap.
Oof.
And when you're deep striking in, say you've got a unit of 20, the thing that a lot of people pass up as well, the screening potential of a deep striking unit of 20 models
20 of them
is insane.
Yeah.
Like when you have a whole army and people are like, oh god, yeah, I'm going to come in and destroy that next
It's
turn.
a lot
And then
smaller
a
now,
massive
though.
Guardian unit comes down all over.
It's a lot
3 ability
smaller now,
points.
though,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you've got a triangle and stuff. With
No, because if you're just kind of, you know, if they're just a screening
If you're
unit
using
anyway,
them literally to screen,
Oh,
expect
there's
them
small
to
then
bases.
die.
just put little triangles at the end and go.
No,
go.
No,
Because
there's small
you
bases.
don't-
You can just get them in line if you want to.
Yeah, but then they've got to be right next to each other instead of
Yeah.
2 inches away from each model in the
Yeah,
unit.
it's easier to do the triangle. You get
Yeah,
better
you have
view.
your
Yeah,
own triangle.
Well, I think
Because-
if your intention is
Because
to
if you put a little
literally...
triangle at the end and you screen someone out for a turn 2 deep strike, then they just go, okay, I won't come in turn 2. I'll shoot 1 pistol at your squad, and that kills 15 guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it's not,
Why would you do that?
But that's, if they're there just for screening.
But then they'll come in the next turn.
No, but let's say it's turn
You
3.
can't do that, can
that's,
you?
let's say it's turn 3, or you know, if the idea, all I'm saying is,
if you really want
You've got
to.
a lot of
with the
potential to
tri- You've got a
screen.
lot of potential. But I think even with the triangles, they can go pretty far. They can go pretty far if you triangle up the board. In a,
you have to be in
in
coherency
coherency.
by
Max
the
coherency.
leadership phase, right? So if you want to screen out fully, you can.
yeah.
Yeah, so
You
they'll
screen
die.
out
No, no,
fully,
you can't
and then
deploy them
15
out
of
of
them.
Oh,
the
you
No.
cannot. Oh,
No, no,
imagine. They'll just come down and they go,
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing, man. But that's
to-
incredible, isn't it?
To be
Like
honest,
that's
though,
so good.
them sat on an objective. That's a lot of bodies to go
Yeah,
through.
with
I don't
three
even see
more.
Guardians with 5 checks.
Dan makes a good point, actually.
Oh yeah, we talk
Because
about
Dan, if you chain them all out and just made little triangles on the end, but made the platforms go on the end,
Yeah.
just take it on them first. I mean, it'd be pretty tough to remove one of them with a
And it's
2-up
in cover,
save,
and it's in
with a
cover.
1-up save, yeah.
A 1-up save and a 5-up feel no pain,
That's a good
and a 3-up
point.
in fun.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's really tough. Because quite a lot of screen clearing units won't be able to clear that because it's not a normal
could-
screen, right? It's a 2-up save
You
screen.
could take them as an ATOC, and then they're -1 to hit.
Minus one to
12
hit,
inches
yeah.
away.
Yeah, that's class.
And then you're like, I've got to put a lot of stuff into them to get rid of them.
Yeah. Oh no, you know what you could do? You could make a full 20-man screen, like you're saying, and then just put the platforms in the middle of the squad. But like not count them part of the chain. Just make a chain out the other 20 guys, then put the platforms anywhere in a random spot.
yeah, so they can just.
So you can still lose 2 platforms and stay in coherency. Yeah, because then you could just do a maximum chain, but just put the 2 platforms on the end of either side of the chain
Yeah.
as well, like right at the very end.
And then you
Because
get
then they
that
help
one
you
on the screen to
screen
come
for
down,
deep
just like,
striking, but then the minute something's deep struck, they don't care after that.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
a
you just
really
and then
good
you just give them the cheap weapon. So what is a shuriken? I assume this is still the cheapest
course.
weapon option
Oh,
on them.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Storm Guardians, guys, absolutely terrible.
Why? They're
Don't do
great.
Oh,
They're
no.
combat Eldar.
Like,
On
I've
foot.
started to take Storm
They're
Guardians before because
They're
they were just cheap.
They were good in Ari. They were like okay in Ari.
Yeah, but now, they've just pointed them so wrong.
Are they
So wrong.
I don't know if they still can.
Oh, yeah,
Can you
oh,
take them
it
in units?
might be.
Can you take them in units of 20? Because in Storm Guns only used to be able to be taken in units of 10 as well. Or to 15
I'm
or
not
something
sure.
like that.
I
mean, that was the thing,
squad
right?
size was 8. So
Yeah,
I
you could
always
take 'em
used
as
to take
8s. You could take them in 8. A squad of 8 of them is like 48 points, isn't it?
Something like that?
Yeah,
So
I
they're
think
like...
they're 8 points each. Yeah.
Oh, they're 8 points.
They
Oh, it's
might-
like 56 points.
They might be
8
worse.
points each is terrible.
They're
So bad.
stupid points.
So bad.
Like you look at them and just go, what? Why?
Yeah. Because I think, to be honest, I think the only exception from the rule is bloody guardsmen, aren't they? Everything's quite expensive. Like a brimstone horror is 5 points
Yeah.
as well, and they're like toughness 3 with a 6 of invuln, 1 wound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then guardsmen the same points, but they do all this stuff.
I think that's the thing. There
That's
must be
the thing
something.
that leaves a sour taste, isn't it? The fact that guardsmen are so cheap and do what they do.
Yeah, I think that's the
Guardsmen
thing,
are
right? I
finally
think
gonna
the issue is that they can't make them any cheaper, because if they were cheap, then they're a cheap spammable troop unit.
Yeah.
And I don't think they don't want Eldar.
You
who
don't
are
want to see
supposed to be an
300
elite
300 Stone
faction.
Guardians.
You say Brimstone Horrors are 5 points each, and they've got a 6 up invuln and 1 wound and toughness 3.
Yeah.
A Storm Guardian is toughness 3, 1 wound, and a 5 up save.
With an 8-inch move.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So alright, make it 6 points then. Just not 8 or 9.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. I think
Like,
they're bonkers for
just
8.
ridiculous.
They're not good for 8, I don't think, at all. But they make a really good screen, don't they?
They make a really good screen
Because they can auto advance.
Yeah, you auto advance them 6, and then you quicken them forward again,
Mhm.
and they just make up so much distance, and they just push people right back. But the thing is, though, you need that because Eldar don't have any option to deploy outside their deployment zone.
Mm-hmm.
So screen-wise, you
Well,
can't.
they have rangers.
No, you can't deploy outside.
What about
deployment zone.
scorpions?
What? They can't do
Nope.
that anymore.
Nope, they can only deep strike now, Rangers.
What?
Yeah,
What
Rangers
about
can
striking
do strike,
scorpions? Come on, Dan.
Yeah, I'm not sure striking scorpions can either. I think
They
can
must.
Just, no, I think they've just got the deep
They
strike.
must. Man, you have to check.
I'm pretty sure there is no option to deploy outside.
Well, we'll get to scorpions in a minute, I suppose.
Yeah, scorpions have got master
I
of
don't-
stealth.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think I've seen guardians on the table in like 10 years, so I wouldn't be able to reliably say if they can.
No, yeah, they go into reserve instead of deploying.
What?
And then they come in 9 inches away, yeah.
But the problem is, they're kind of like a cheap, like melee version of Guardians, except they're in a faction where they have already got good melee options. So if you wanted a melee specific option, you're not going to take Storm Guardians.
What if you had Storm Guardians on jetbikes?
Oh, definitely.
You mean
For 8
Wind
points.
Rider jet bikes?
Definitely. Yeah, 100%. Like, take 3 max units of them.
Jetbikes with spikes on them. Just flying.
If you want combat bikes, just take Shining Spears.
Yeah. or Warlocks with
Yeah, or
singing
Warlocks,
spears.
yeah. Howling Banshees, guys. So, mirror swords. Mirror swords, you can reroll failed hit rolls. They can't all take mirror swords, can they?
No, I think the
The Exarch can take mirror swords. I was looking at that, thinking, oh, mirror swords are really, really cool.
The Exarch
no.
take an execution is really good though as well. I think.
Yeah, an executioner is +1 strength, -3 AP, D3 damage.
Yeah, execution is really good.
Yeah.
But the power swords are awesome now, actually, because they're +1 strength, aren't they?
Are they
That's
strength
blanket.
4 basic? Or are they strength
No,
3
Howling
basic?
Banshees are strength 3
Oh, so they're strength 4 now. at
Strength
least.
4. That's pretty good, man. Because that was the thing with Sisters. Like, Zephyrin with Strength 3 power swords were crap. But now with Strength 4 power swords, I mean, I'm yet to use them. But I'm really excited that they're now Strength 4 power swords. I'm so excited. I love Sisters, guys. And I think the power swords on them are gonna make a massive difference being Strength 4. So I think it must be the same for Howling Banshees, right?
Yep.
Strength 4 power swords will be pretty cool for them. They've got 2 attacks each, base. They can advance and charge. That's really good. You can declare a charge move for this unit if there are any enemy units within 15, and you can add 3 to the resulting charge roll. That's mental.
Yep.
They get +3 to charge
+3
in a
to
turn
charge.
they advance.
Yep.
So they can advance with +3 to charge and still charge.
And declare charge in 15.
Mental. Yeah, and the best thing about them as well is they can they move 8, so they can automatically advance 14, right? Any Eldar unit can automatically advance 14. So what you want to do with these guys, is you want to put them in like a wave serpent. Then you can get out 3 and move 14. So you move 17 inches, then you get +3 to your charge. So essentially 20 inches
And they
plus
quicken,
an
right?
average of
That
7.
is nothing.
27, 28.
Do you know what you want to do with Howling Banshees?
Look,
You want to get them out of a wave serpent at 3, then you move, then you auto advance, then you've got +3 to charge, then you cast Ghost Walk on them, So they've
Oh,
got
plus
+5
5
to charge.
Then quicken
And then if you stand, you can quicken them as well. And then if they're near an what's it called?
Yeah, at that point, they're
An
not going to be
avatar.
near anything.
If they're near the avatar, because the avatar's sprinting
If they
forward,
bloody
ready to punch
quicken
something in the
twice.
face. Then there's a stratagem, and you can give them another +3 to charge. So they'll be +8 to charge,
And
and they can declare 15 inches away, and averagely you'll roll 7. So they'll charge 15 inches.
I mean, yeah, with his little 7-inch legs, his little 7-inch
And then you
movement
do
legs,
all
he's
of that,
definitely going to keep in range of them.
and then you
After
do all of that
quickening.
combo. You do all of that combo, and then they get overwatched.
Oh, Dan, you missed
Oh,
something.
do they? No, Howling Bunch is ignored.
You missed one of the
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Banshee masks. Enemy units cannot fight Overwatch at this unit.
Yeah.
And the war shouts. Your opponent must subtract 1 from hit rolls in the
No.
fight phase for attacks the
You're killing
target
my
unit.
autism.
That includes a
You
Howling
missed one of
Banshee
the progress.
Exarch.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, but it's right in my face and it's gold.
Hold on, what did
Was
you
it?
say?
What's
Tommy?
What's he saying?
I think you're what?
It says I haven't. It says I
I'm
haven't
too
painted one
autistic
of
to
the
look at
pillars.
this.
OCD,
Not
not
planning on leaving
autism.
it like
No,
that.
no.
He's working around it. You can't paint all 3 pillars at the same time.
No,
He's got to
3
paint one pillar, then the next
But
pillar.
what he did, you know, like he left that front part and he went to the back part. I'm like, no.
Leave it now, Dan. Like, leave it like that for your game. Just on purpose.
Yeah, leave it for the game.
Oh, that'd be incredible. But no, yeah, I think once they've quickened twice, they can get anywhere on the board.
Yeah.
Right? Getting out 3, moving 14, and then moving 14 again. So what, 28 plus 7?
So that's the only Eldar unit that's almost as quickest. Oh, a bit quicker than Guardsman.
Yeah, they can move. Well, no, they move 35 inches.
Yeah,
That's a lot quicker.
That's the only unit that's faster.
No, every unit's faster if they quicken.
Yeah, if they quicken.
Yeah, exactly.
Quicken doesn't count.
Oh yeah, quicken doesn't count. It's only the best power in the book.
Move.
But yeah, that's amazing. They can move 35 inches,
Yeah,
guys.
to be fair, we can double move
Auto.
1 unit. Guardsmen can double move their entire
Yeah, but
army.
guardsmen aren't going to charge and kill half your army either.
They will.
These guys can literally
They
kill
will if they
a lot.
Katachan. Yeah.
Katachan. Oh yeah, guys.
I'm
Kill a lot in
convinced-
combat with Katachan.
I'm convinced Move will be gone in its current form.
God, I hope so.
I
We
hope
need-
it's not just so I can play my Guardsman.
Damn, we need to get some Howling Banshees in the Eldar army, man.
I did say so.
Well, Sai's got Jane
I got
Czar
Jane Czar.
on the,
She's Howling Banshee.
Oh, class.
Yeah, but that's it.
But
She's
do we have
wicked.
more
And
Howling
someone at our last tournament bought all of our Howling Banshees, if I remember.
Oh,
yes, yeah, I had
yes.
loads of Howling.
Damn
In
it,
fact,
damn
I've
it.
still got loads of Howling Branches in the training centre. I got more.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
fine, don't
I'm
worry.
not painting any of them.
They're only white.
They'll have to add, they can add that to my next round when the Eldar are available.
They're only white, Simon.
See, for me, guys, striking
Oh,
scorpions.
it's different.
Striking scorpions. I always thought that they were like a combat unit, but they're really not, aren't they? They all have a scorpion chainsword, which is strength 4, AP 0/1 damage.
But they have baby fire fist.
Like,
Yeah, so they've
but
got
only
the
the
idea is
Exarch
they-
can take the scorpion's
Yeah,
claw.
they jump out, and then they have the Mandy Blasters as well. They
The
do
Mandy
mortal
Blasters.
wounds when they charge in.
At the beginning of each fight phase, you can pick a single enemy infantry unit within 1 inches of the unit, and then for every roll of a 6, they take a mortal wound.
Yeah.
That's not
But the
good.
thing is that before the mortal in the last codex,
Yeah.
they used to do like D6 auto hits or D6 strength 4 auto hits.
Like a flamer.
Oh,
yeah, each when they
whoa.
go in, because they're like the things on top of their heads.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
shoot out like a
That's
scorpion.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so before they were cool, and then
Now they're terrible.
Yeah,
I
they're
do remember
old
Mandy
job.
Blaster back in the
So
day.
their old job was that Banshees would be like elite killers. They'd go into elites and kill them, whereas Scorpions would go into like chaff units, like guardsmen, that kind of stuff, and and
They go-
Gords. And then they would do a load of auto hits and then hit them in combat with just a load of 1 damage stuff. That was what they were supposed to do, but I think they've kind of lost their.
that's what they've done.
it's
And they're like, boys, we've sold enough. Put them on the side.
Do you know what is good though in that squad is the claw that you put on the
Yeah, the baby
Exarch.
power
Yeah.
fist.
Yeah. The scorpion claw.
The claw on the Exarch still half decent.
The
but
scorpion
other
claw's
than
cool.
that-
It's a power fist, but without the flat 2 damage.
and without the minus 1 hit.
Oh, and without the -1 to hit. That's really good. Yeah, that is really good. Strength 6 -3 D3 damage with no -1 to hit. That's good. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? I mean, it's probably a bit gamey, but still, Shadow Strike.
Add 1 to hit rolls for attacks for this unit that target a unit in cover. It doesn't say in the shoot phase.
Oh yeah, in combat.
Do you hit on 2s because they're in cover? In the fight phase?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. The idea is they
That's class.
that's where they are though. They hide in forests and stuff.
Oh,
And
okay.
then they
yeah,
jump
jump
out.
out.
Ambushes, they are like that's what they.
Oh, that's why they're green, probably, right?
Probably.
And then fire dragons, I mean, they hide in flames?
No, they hide in
Bright
wave,
orange and
they
yellow.
hide in wave serpents.
They're gonna say they hide in tanks.
Fire dragons, man. Fire dragons were awesome before.
They're like eradicators, except half
Worse.
as worse.
Half as good, man. They're nowhere near as good. And that's because, like, fusion guns are 12-inch range, right? It's just a melter gun. They just have a melter gun now. And but the thing is, they reroll hit rolls of 1 for the Exarch and stuff. They reroll wound rolls of 1 against monsters or vehicles. So they're pretty reliable, but the fact is they have a really short range. It should probably be a bit longer.
They're toughness 3, 1 wound, and 3 up save, and they've got a short range. So the instant they get out, they die, and you pay a lot of points for them.
Yeah, I think 5 of them is the same points as 3 Eradicators. They got 1 less shot,
1 less shot,
half the range. 1 less shot, half the range.
third of less
A
wounds.
third of the wounds and 2 less toughness. Hey, but they move 2 inches further, so it's fair, right?
Well done, GW.
Yeah, trade off.
Well done, GW.
Wow.
It's almost like they really want us to all buy eradicators.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Oh no, to do that, they have to actually release the box set of eradicators, right?
No, you just need to buy Indomitus boxes.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh wait, they need to release those as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I am surprised. Oh, sorry, just off subject. I am surprised we haven't seen like the rest of the missing 9th edition releases. Heavy intercessors, eradicators,
I think they're just
Oh,
delayed.
yeah.
with
some
the codexes
Necron
and
characters
stuff.
were missing.
Yeah, you probably would have seen them by now if it wasn't for COVID, I imagine.
Yeah, I think so.
By the way, I am eating all these biscuits, so you need to have one.
No, it's fine. That's the reason why I brought them in.
I'll have the last
Have
time we
them all.
judge then.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Get in there.
We got Wraith Blades, guys. I think Wraith Blades are really good.
They are. They're
With
one
the
of
axes,
really good
I think they need the ghost axe to be
Yeah,
good.
and
Oh, I don't know.
Axe and
my
shield
my
is
performance the other day with them would probably say otherwise.
Oh man, axes
You'll
and
see the
shields
performance
so
tomorrow.
good.
I would
Just
try.
though, they look crap with the axes.
They don't.
I mean, if they look, they
don't.
look 10 times better with swords.
They
Oh,
do.
I don't
but
know, man.
You've got to admit.
I agree.
So
But
you know,
the
if you're
problem, the
gonna,
problem is, if you want to see them on the table, you need the axes.
you've got to go out in style. You know.
Yeah, man, a sword that's 1 damage versus an axe that's D3 damage.
Yeah, but you get an extra attack with a sword.
No question in it. Yeah, but you lose your 4 up invulnerable save?
Yeah. It's not
You
like
tell
can
me,
just-
Dan, which one's better?
Yeah, but
But looks, mate,
roughly the same damage, but with a 4 up invuln? Or looking cool as you die?
It's a big dead machine with 2 swords.
Hear me out. Sword and shield.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah,
Man,
trade
why
trade
can't
your
they-
dax for a 1 damage sword.
Is
Why
it a
can't
sword
they
to
take
hand?
a sword and shield?
Because the
That
sword
would
is
be cool.
1 damage.
Yeah, but they make extra attack with it. Why
Yeah,
can't
having
you
a pair of
take
them.
a sword? You can't take a sword.
No.
You can't. You
can't
take a
take
pair of
sword
ghost swords or a ghost axe and a force shield. Because you add 1 to the attacks characteristic of models in the unit when they charge. So the ghost axe is really, because they have 2 attacks base, then with that they've got 3 attacks. And then you can have 5 attacks each if you have the Citronome of
There's another
Eandon.
way around it.
And you
There's a
reroll
way
once
around
with
it.
the spirits.
You give them 2 axes and a shield. And then
Yes.
they still look badass, and they've got an axe.
If you
and
think
a
about
shield.
it, that
Yeah.
shield, that shield
Put the
is not a
shield on
anymore.
their back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sling the shield on their back and then run in with 2 axes. They'd look better than 2
I
shields
love
and
you
2
doing that
swords.
with your death touch, just clearing circles onto their backs.
Yeah,
That was
guys.
funny,
My
oh,
death
no.
was just that shield stuck on their back.
Rich as rule of cool though, bro.
Yeah, really
Was it
cool,
shields
really
or
cool.
bases?
Bases.
Bases.
They were bases that he had cut.
Come on, man. No one
Yeah,
needs to
just
know
that.
this.
And
Yeah,
he
you do.
cleared them
Everybody
onto
needs
the
to know
back of
this.
his marines and said they were storm shield.
This was in a different life, guys.
Yeah, you're gonna say like you gotta
Hey,
look
guys,
back
I'm
on your.
obvious.
I mean, I didn't take them to LVO or anything like that.
Yeah, it's good you didn't take them anywhere like
Oh,
super
God.
competitive, right? Yeah.
Oh
Thank
my
goodness.
god.
Did you get points cut for?
No,
No.
no. They've got to be able to tell that it's not a shield for that, and nobody could tell.
because my army was painted so crap, nobody would want to look at the army for longer than 5 seconds, right?
Because they were on their backs, they didn't even see the shield, probably.
Yeah. Oh, man. Wraith Guard, guys. Wraith Guard are... I don't know.
Expensive.
I don't know. They are expensive.
That's what we know.
Falling back and shooting is big.
That's huge. Yes.
Falling back and shooting is massive with them.
It is, but the problem is that most stuff that charges them is probably something that's going to probably kill them.
No. Nothing will charge them because that's stupid.
Yeah, if you charge them, they've got D-sides, man.
If they have these sides, yeah.
Yeah, because the Wraith Cannons, I don't think are worth it. Wraith Cannons are like terrible melters.
I like the Wraith Cannons because of the damage.
It's D6.
It's
D6.
D6.
Random as hell.
It
and
is.
it's not like a melter when you can +2 to it in half range or
But
anything.
these scythes is just it's really strong. It's like a 10, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
strength 10, -4, 1 damage.
1 damage, which I always think is just really strange.
Because what you do with them is you hide them, and is what I do in Crusade. You just slingshot them at targets.
Yeah.
You can-
I just
you
don't like the fact that they're
They
1
would
damage.
be incredible, but they would be incredible if they were 2 damage.
Oh yes.
That's what I mean.
If
I
the
think that's. I
D-sides
think
were
that-
2 damage,
yeah.
they would be wicked.
I think they'd be.
I
Yeah,
agree.
that's what I mean. I think that if they had that, they'd be amazing.
They'd be
and they'd be
wicked.
absolutely worth every single point. And I think
wicked.
that the one on the wall of the hemlock would then be damage free.
Yes, bro.
Bloody hell, the one on the headlock.
Yeah.
My God, they would probably go up in points.
Yeah,
but,
no,
yeah.
Go down in points.
But the
Yeah,
Wraith
to put it down in
Guard,
points, it should be able to cast an extra power.
Yeah.
I think the Wraith Guard, however, for their points, that should probably be 2 damage. The Flamer on them, because
Yeah.
they are expensive.
Yeah.
So the Flamer on them should just be 2 damage anyway, I think, for the same
Actually,
points.
Even if it stayed 1 damage, just give it like more range.
Oh yeah, 8-inch range is terrible. Because they still have an 8-inch range Flamer, right? Which, eh. But yeah, falling back and shooting is huge for them, I think. That's a wicked rule for Wraith Guard. And they move 5 inches, man. Look how long their legs are. Why do they only move 5?
Because the dead row was.
A bloody aggressor moves 5, though.
Well, Necron through 5. They're the same thing.
Yeah, dead row was.
Yeah, but with shorter legs. That's what I'm trying to say. A dead robot with longer legs.
Yeah, but he
Should
has
probably move
yeah,
further.
but it's dead, short, skinny legs, and mine are like
Yeah, dead,
long,
short, skinny
fat
legs. But because a lord is standing next to them, they get +2 move. How does it feel now?
because they're scared.
See what they've done there, look. Right. Look. They've raised those 2 biscuits
Yeah, they have. Yeah. So you
on a
get,
false platform
yeah, so you
to
get
make
2.
you think you get more
Yeah.
biscuits.
I was
Make you
expecting
get
a
more of those
third Jammy Jodger. I was like, there's only 2 in it.
Jammy Jodger.
Jammy Jodger.
Jammy
Jammy
Jodger. What's the Jammy Jodger?
It's like a Jammy Dodger.
Biscuits
except-
in there, McVitie's, you cheap bitches.
The cookies are the worst ones. There's only 2 cookies, and look how flat they are. Because they're on a platform higher than the other platforms. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, you only get the best reviews
Isn't
here.
that
So
cool?
our biscuit review is not looking. It's not looking good for McVitie's family circle.
No, it's
We're
not.
giving this a 3 out of 10 glass hammers.
2 units I want to talk about, guys, which I think are actually pretty decent in the game right now because of the way that they can help you play the secondary missions, is Swooping Orcs. Oh man, move 14. That's even further than I thought.
Oh wow!
Swooping
I thought it
Orcs
was
move
12.
14 inches, and then they have a 24-inch range. I mean, it's only strength 3, but with 4 shots.
But
They're quick. They're pretty cheap. They're quick. They can sky leap. They can go back into reserve and come back down again next turn and stuff like
they
that.
still have plasma grenades when they deep strike.
Yeah, the
but
Hawk
it's-
grenade pack. Yes,
it's
they can
crap,
still
though.
do that.
I've never done a single thing with those bloody grenade packs. They're so rubbish. And then, do you know, the worst thing is about Swooping Orcs, you can do the same with Eradicators and Fire Dragons.
Oh yeah.
You've got the stupid fly things for Admech. Who do everything Swooping Hawks do, but better.
Oh
They've
yeah.
got better
yeah,
guns. They move just as far. They can jump back up in the sky.
2
and their
wounds.
grenade packs come down and jump 4s.
And they have 2 double the wounds.
And they have double wounds.
But you have 2-inch more moves, so it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, stop moaning, Dan. Oh my god.
You are Eldar, so you deserve it.
At the last tournament I did here, before I started working here, I played a guy with Swooping Hawks, and the entire first 20 minutes of deploying, he was like, Swooping Hawks, and they come in, man. That's dead units. This is when I used your Grey Knights. In fact, he was like, "This is
yeah.
when they come in, they're dead units." Like, okay, cool. They came in, did nothing, and immediately died on Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
And then he was like,
Yeah, they just get rinsed.
and I was like, I told you they were rubbish. Oh, I don't know why I take them. Oh, it's such an awful unit. Yeah.
That's dead units when they come in.
yeah.
Yeah, but guys, swimming orcs, they don't do much damage, but they're amazing at playing the mission.
Yeah.
Amazing at
Yeah.
playing them. They're so because they're like 65-point unit, aren't they? 5 of them like 65 point. They're dirt cheap, guys. They're dirt cheap for what they do.
Yeah, for an
helping you
aspect,
play the mission the way that they do.
for an aspect, they're actually like very, very good for just like cheap objective holders.
Yes,
For
definitely.
their points.
Definitely. And the second unit I wanted to talk about was warp spiders. They play the mission so well. So well.
Love
And they have a
warp
3-up save. They're so good, aren't they?
Love them.
So quick. So quick with that warp jump
many games,
generator.
It's not even funny.
What do they even do now? I haven't seen them in a while.
Because they've got warp jump generators, so their move characteristic is increased to 4d6, and they can fly until the end of the phase. Right? So they move 4d6 inches.
Oh, I remember they used to jump back.
Yeah, it's when you target them, they're like, nope.
So, oh yeah, they flicker jump now instead of
Yeah.
moving. Then just minus 1 to hit.
Okay, so what used to happen is when they did something, you were able to declare that they're gonna jump back in a certain direction.
Yeah.
And sometimes they would jump off the table or in the ruin and take mortal wounds.
Oh,
like
no,
back in the day, like third edition.
They could just
Was
do
it,
what they
I
want.
can't remember, was it last edition or was it the edition when you took them as Anari? And then they would, when they were targeted, they'd be like, nope.
Keep
And they would
seventh.
just
jump.
That was in
Yeah, it
seventh.
was a 7th. And then in
Seventh.
8th, you could use, I can't remember what it was called. What's the Inari ability?
Soul burst.
Yeah, you soul burst, and they'd be like, "Ah, cool, see ya." Then they would soul burst away again. Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
doing
they
that
were really
kind
good.
of stuff.
Yeah,
That's cool, man. Because the brilliant thing is their move characteristic is increased by 4d6.
Yeah.
Doesn't go 246. They go 4d6 plus 7.
46 was, and imagine quickening that unit.
Yeah, imagine quicker than that. They go so quick. They
It's
go so
crazy.
quick. And you know what? Because guys, their move characteristic is increased by 46, and they can fly until the end of the phase. So this is something I don't believe has been changed, right? Because obviously you used to be able to fly to get out of combat, but then they wouldn't be able to shoot in the shooting phase because they only had fly until the end of the movement phase. So when it comes to shoot, they're no longer a unit that's fallen back with the fly keyword. So they added a sentence at the end saying, a unit that uses warp jump generators to fall back can still shoot in the shooting phase. But that's not been changed.
No.
That was obviously been put in there because they were intended to have fly,
Yes.
right? For that movement phase, and then be able to shoot. But now all fly units can't fall back and shoot anymore, but these guys can because that sentence just says, if you use a warp jump generator to fall back, you can still shoot.
To be fair, I think
Right?
it's intended.
That's really cool, isn't
I think
it?
it's intended
Yeah.
because they're like jumping away.
Yeah,
like
it's
hit and
meant
run.
to be something that can like quickly jump out and shoot again, right? They're meant to be quick guys like that.
Yeah.
So I really like that about them. I think they're really, really cool. And flicker jumping's good as well because you just roll 2d6, and on a double one unit, one model from the unit is slain.
Or it should be
On
a
anything
unit
else,
that is
they're
done.
-1 to hit, right? -1 to hit against a ranged weapon on anything but a double one. That's incredible.
Yeah, it used to be
Really
amazing though, when obviously you could stack it, right?
Oh, when you'd have multiple ones.
Alatop -1 to hit.
But it was
Flicker
stupid
jump
though.
-1 to hit, and then you do the shaky,
Lightning fast
the lightning
reflexes
fast
-1
reflexes,
to
-1
hit.
to hit.
shaky.
Yeah.
Shaky.
But then you'd put them behind a forest now, and they'd be -4. Your cask and seal make them -5, so a 2+ unit can't hit them.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
orcs
it's
go
on
more
twos.
Daka.
Yeah. Oh yeah, then orcs go more Daka. Always hits on 5s and 6s. But yeah, no, it was stupid. I think the amount of minuses you
They're
could get was
phasing
stupid.
in and out of reality. Why should your stupid space marine be able to shoot with a bolter?
If you phase in and out of reality when there is a hail of bolter fire coming,
Yeah,
cannot
you phase
into
in and
bolter.
out of bullets. Yeah, that's a good argument,
Yeah,
Dan.
they can phase in and out of bullets.
In and out of bullets, yes.
Yes.
So they phase into a bullet,
No, they don't.
and then they phase out, and then they phase back
No,
in
they're that
into
good.
a bullet.
No, they're that good. They
Yeah.
can phase in
No, they
and
phase
of
out and like,
bullets.
yeah, they phase back into shit.
That's what they train to do.
Yeah, that's obviously why they're so good.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a bullet.
Funny. That's really.
Class.
Can use them like that. Right?
I think
He's washing
this is a few,
Oh, yeah,
a few times though we have
Do
brought
great
up
on
now
all
that
thing.
in previous editions Eldar were ridiculous, but I think like in the last couple of editions they've lost a lot of their power.
It's just that the minuses to hit, losing the stacking of that, that's their defense.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be a thing, though, right? I think what they should do is they should say that Eldar cap at -2 instead of -1.
They should have like an extra minus to it because they shouldn't allow. Because obviously it was stupid before when you could have a Lord Discordant that was -4 to hit.
Yeah.
But you know, because that's why they did it. Because armies like that were taking full advantage of it. And
then
when you had
Space
Iron
Marines.
Hands that were getting +4 to hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
You
can't
know,
do it
exactly.
+4.
So I think that's the problem. So those kind of things, because having that Lord Discordant that was -4 to hit, but then having Marines that were +4 to hit, the only army that could play that Lord Discordant was a Marine army.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was so hard for anyone
And
else.
then you go and play something else, and they go,
Oh yeah.
oh.
I played a Tau army at Cali, and the Tau, the only thing, because he was -4 to hit, the only things that could physically hit him were the characters that have marker lights. They could hit him on 6s. And no, I kid you not, he got 2 hits with those marker lights on the Lord Discordant, and then used that stratagem to get another 3 on his D3. So he got really lucky, he got 5 hits, and then we realised, even with his whole army getting +1, they still can't hit me now.
Yeah, because they're 4 ballistic skills.
Yeah. Because all the broadsides were like...
It's -4.
yeah, because it was like 9 broadsides, and they were leadership, they were ballistic skill 4, so with that they hit on 3s, and then they're -4 to hits.
I
They
like
can't
the
hit me.
idea of you cheering him on to get his. And
Yeah.
Oh, you got another 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
now you get D3. Oh, you got 3.
Yeah.
You
Still can't hit me.
Oh, you still got hit me now, bro.
He's like,
That's
bro.
crazy, isn't it?
Oh,
It's
Jason.
mad.
Jason said, "Hey, hi, Jason. How are you doing, man?
Hey,
Happy
Jason.
New Year
Right,
to you." Barry says, "Notice how only one person not got their arms above the table painting."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, guys, I'm the one that's like, reading through this
Yeah,
codex.
Rich is saying those Blood Angels are progressing well.
Yes.
Barry says,
That
"Just
is
dip
true.
them in red emulsion."
There you go. Barry's right. Just dip them in red emulsion. All done. Yeah, see? No one had a comment for that, did they? Idiots.
There you go.
In
Sisters of
my
Time.
opinion, here, guys. In my opinion.
Again.
Again, yay! What do you think?
Shining Spears, man. Best unit in the book.
Yeah, best unit of the book.
Yeah,
Best unit in the book.
yeah, I
Shining
think that's
Spears.
pretty unanimous from all of us here.
Yeah, 16-inch move, strength 6, -4, 2 damage with their shooting. Strength 6, -4, 2 damage in combat.
Now they get the 4 shots as well.
And they get the 4
Well,
shots.
They get the lance shot, the -4 flat 2 damage shots with the lance, and then they get the shurikens on top.
Plus the shurikens. Plus their
Yeah.
toughness 4, 2 wounds each. They have 4 up invulnerables against shooting. You can give them protect for 3 up invulnerables. You can give the Exarch the trait where he gets a 2 up invulnerable because he
You can
gets
advance in
+1, 2
charge
invuns.
with the strats, obviously, and the proper...
Yeah, you can advance in charge of the strats.
You can
give
retreat
him-
in charge.
You give the Exarch, so they have a 4 up invuln, you give the Exarch +1. The Exarch trait to get +1 to his invulnerable, that gives him a 3 up.
Yeah.
And you put protect on them, and then they have a 2
I
up.
think
invulnerable,
literally
so-
the only downside with it now, the only downside with them is they don't have new models. It's literally the only downside with them.
They do have models, don't they?
They have
Shining Spears do have
old
models.
The thing is,
Yeah,
they
but
have
everything
models.
in the Eldar book has old models.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's the only thing I can think of. Is that's the only downside with
But,
them. Is they've
no,
got old
'cause
models.
the thing is
Everything
that-
else is a good.
Technically, they have old models, but people will buy the Shining Spear upgrade kit and they just put them on the new Wind Riders.
Yep.
So
Oh, yeah?
technically, they have a kind of a
Yeah.
new model.
They're okay.
It's,
They're okay.
They're a fantastic unit.
I mean, I've never
think that the
never
problem
seen anyone
is-
use the proper ones. You always, like, kit bash them, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, you always
yeah,
kit
yeah.
bash them, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used the spears off the Osirok Bone Reapers.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen.
I think they look pretty cool.
They're actually pretty cool. Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of painting them. They're actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that's it.
I
Oh,
think that-
Was says it's totally okay because Manny is not a hobbyist. There you go. There you go, guys. It's okay for me not to paint.
He's a hobbyist
There
now.
we go. I'm taking that, guys. We have written evidence that I'm not a hobbyist. That's fine. I don't have to paint anymore.
Oh, is that false advertising then?
Yeah, they can't
Those-
paint anymore. That's your painter guaranteed then. He's not painting those orcs then.
I am not a hobbyist.
Those blood angels that you've painted so far are proof that you're not a hobbyist, mate.
yeah, guys. The Blood Angels don't look great. They're cool, though. I think they're cool. But I think loads of things are cool, guys, and they're actually not. So don't take that for much. Rich says Eldar should 100% get an extra -1 or +1 to modifiers. Yeah, I agree, man.
The thing is,
I think
though,
they should have an
you
extra
could-
one.
It's a cool way of making an army resilient.
Mhm.
That's not like just always black pluses to save, or it's something
Yeah.
different, and it does make them resilient. It makes them stay on the table a bit longer. So
Mm.
I think it's a good idea to give them something like that.
Here's a,
Yeah, like
here's
an
a-
extra
something a bit
extra
different.
minus.
Here's a trade-off.
It'd be
How
cool.
about this? What about if Eldar can never, like, when you shoot or when you hit an Eldar model, you can never be +1 to hit them. So you can't use like +1.
Oh, you can give
that could be quite cool.
Yeah, so like, I'm +1 to hit you. Like, no, you're not. You don't count against me.
You can have the strat that you can only be hit on 4s or only be hit on 5s. Like you have the transhuman, but for hitting.
Oh yeah, that could be cool.
Like,
You can never be hit on better than a 4. Something like that.
cool.
So that'd be like -2 to hit for someone that hits on 2s.
That could be lightning fast, right?
That could be cool.
That's a cool idea. I really like that.
That could be really, really
That's
cool.
really cool.
Really cool.
Yeah, that's something that I think would be cool on like some like particular units. Like, how amazing would that be on like a Wraith Lord?
Jason's ripping. This is incredible. Dan's not a hobbyist either. Hell, not much of a gamer either.
It's all about.
It's all about the moves.
Oh, of course, that comes first. Of course.
That's class. But no, yeah, I agree, man. I think an extra minus would be really good because then you could affect multiple units with it, couldn't you? Because there's like because you have like forests and stuff, right? So if you play on a board that's got 2 or 3 forests on it, like we do with like 3 forests,
Yeah.
imagine having like you could have like warp spider units. Like a warp spider unit on a forest, you could have a shining spear unit behind a forest, and then like a sweeping hawk unit, for example. And you could just go, well, the forest is making all of them -1 to hit. I can flicker jump my warp spider, so they're -2. I can, lightning fast the shining spear, so they're -2.
Later.
Cast conceal near the swooping hawk, so they're -2. Another thing in your army could be Alatok for another -2. You can have like 4 different targets,
Yeah.
all at -2 to hit. It'd be really, really good.
Yeah.
That'd be really, really good.
Mick Miller's asked, hey guys, is the online store and delivery still going to be working with the new restrictions? Yes.
As long as the post office stays open. And I
Yeah,
can't see
as long
them
as
shutting
it's
that
okay,
because that probably is an essential, isn't it?
They never shut it down.
Yeah, it's an essential service, the actual postal service. So
Yeah,
I
so,
assume, as far as we're aware right now, there's going to be no changes to deliveries and the website. So you can still order on the website, and you should.
Basically, guys, we're not going anywhere. We're still going to be pumping out content. We're still going to be sending out deliveries.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what's worse than just sitting at home doing
Yeah.
nothing?
I think the only thing we probably should say is obviously we will obviously get you your stuff as soon as possible, but allow for Royal Mail because they're probably inundated with
God, yeah.
everybody at the moment. So if your stuff doesn't arrive on the exact day we send out to be, we are sorry. It is
out
Royal
of our
Mail.
control.
Yeah, it is not something we can control,
It's out of
unfortunately.
our control. Guys.
But and also as well, click and collect I think is going to have to stop. I will do my
Yes.
research into it.
yeah, I
because
think we've got to stop
they
it.
they know about stores doing click and collect now, and they specified that in the latest tier restrictions.
Yeah,
that's what
Jason's
Jason
just said just can't
You
click
just
and
can't
collect.
click and
Oh, you
collect.
can't. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't think you would be able to.
I
but
think it's because
they do say,
like we
now
said,
when
it
you-
promotes unessential travel, doesn't
Exactly.
it? It promotes
And
unessential
contact.
travel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are, guys. I think with the one other unit that's really quite good right now for Eldar is Warwalkers, man.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
Warwalkers are class.
I've seen plenty of
Being
them.
able to outflank on the board, have a 5-up invulnerable save across your whole squad, a double rocket launchers now is probably the way to go
Well,
with them, with the
they
reroll,
got-
a hit roll, and a wound roll.
They got
and-
massively better because they're vehicles and they don't suffer the penalty
Yeah,
for
don't
moving and
suffer the
shooting
penalty
anymore,
from-
which is
yeah.
amazing because that was always the downside with them.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. And that's the thing, you take the 2 missile launchers now because you can have 2d6 attacks, 2d6 shots if you want against infantry stuff, and then 2 solid shots against big stuff with 1 reroll to hit and 1 reroll to wound, hitting on 3s now with no penalty.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And then you got 5 invulnerables when you get shot back as well. And I don't think they're very expensive. I believe they're like 70 points each
They're
or 80 points each
really
with the
cheap for what
missiles.
they do. They're
really
really
cheap
solid
for what
little
they
weapon
do.
platform. Really,
Yes,
really
they
good.
are.
Like
Toughness
sensible.
6 with 6 wounds each as well, guys.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? They're toughness 6, which is quite surprising. So they're pretty durable.
Toughness 6 is really good, especially with
And
6
they're-
wounds
that's
and the
because it's 6
invulnerable.
The 5-up one is ace because no one ever believes me. Whenever I
When you say
play
they're gonna 5-up,
Warwalkers,
yeah.
right, and they've shot them, and they go, okay, then is that just dead then? And I go, no, it's got a 5-up in front, and they go, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, no,
No, it has.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, show me your codex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because
why does no
Warwalkers-
one believe me?
Yeah, because Warwalkers
They've
supposed to be this
always
cheap,
had a
crappy
5-up
unit.
in front.
Yeah, because they were always supposed to be this cheap, crappy unit that nobody took. But you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
the
they do have a
Sentinels.
save.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically an Elder Sentinel, but like, good. Good.
Wraith Lords, I have the same view on Wraith Lords as I have on Dreadnoughts. They just need to be better. Need to be better, man. Dreadnoughts and Wraith Lords should just be
Yeah.
better.
Dreadnoughts are only
Like
good if the
regular dreadnoughts, you know what I mean? Like normal ones, not like these stupid Forge World Relic Leviathans, Contemptors. I
Or
mean, like
Bjorn.
a normal dread. Yeah, not character dreadnoughts, because they're pretty good anyway. I mean, normal dreads. Like venerable dreads and normal
The
dreads.
thing is with
and
Wraith Lords is they're good
stuff like that.
because their points came down.
And they're
Yeah,
toughness
they're
eight.
toughness 8,
they're-
that's one thing they're going
that's
for
the
them.
thing, they're cheap, toughness 8 little weapon platforms that are half decent in combat. So as long as their price stays low, they're a good option.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think they're kind of suffering from the same thing that the Wraith Guard and Wraith Blades are at the moment, is that the Wraith constructs in general are probably all a little bit overpointed.
Yes,
I think you're paying a premium for that toughness 6 and toughness 8, right? I think that's kind of where they are.
Yeah,
But
that's the
beyond
fault
that,
of
they're
all
actually-
these players that played Eldar Death Stars in 7th edition and were using, like, remember the Wraith Bomb? With 10 Wraith Guard in
yeah,
a unit
I do,
that were
yeah.
invisible with Eldrad in the unit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
but
was
you
just
would assume
stupid.
that 10 years,
And that's why.
that like 4 years on, they would figure out that it's different.
Yeah, but they've only had one book since then, haven't they?
Well, they used to.
Right?
You-
They've only had one book since then. This is an 8th edition book, right?
yeah.
It's not
So
gone out
in
yet.
seventh-
It's like
in,
6 books.
Yeah, exactly.
Right at the beginning
In
of
7th
Wraith,
edition,
yeah.
there was the Wraith. I can't remember what it was called. There was a formation which was like a Wraith construct army, which was like a unit of Wraith Guard, a unit of Wraith Blades, a Wraith Lord, a Wraith Seer, and
yeah.
a Spirit Seer. And if you take all that, everyone got reroll 1 to
Just
hit.
to
Oh,
hit.
yes, I remember.
And then they got some extra bonuses as well. Basically, you had to take everyone on contract units, and I took them to the GT Furnace Schools, and they were ridiculous.
Yeah, I think
Absolutely
I remember
ridiculous.
taking that, you know,
Yeah.
to one thing, and the only reason you take it, I think you got some relic or something, didn't you?
You got a relic that
there was
was
some outrageous relic that you unlocked.
This is outrageous!
Yeah, it was like it was so bonkers. It was worth taking a unit of Wraith Guard, a Wraith Lord, a Wraith Knight. It was
Yeah,
so stupid.
Because it was so good.
It was a relic. It was a relic that had
I
an
know what it
aura of something, but I cannot remember because it was basically
Yeah.
everyone around the Spirit
I'm
Seer.
sure that's what it was.
Yeah, had to take. I think they got rerollable saves or something ridiculous,
Yeah.
or
Probably
It was something-
it was
stupid.
something ridiculous. So basically, you
Something
put them on the board and you go, "Well, shoot them." Go on.
I think it was rerollable saves, you know.
I think it was rerollable saves.
I think it was rerollable saves because you made them invisible as well. You could make them invisible. Then they had rerollable saves and fortune, so they just wouldn't die. Then they had guide and doom, so they would kill whatever the hell they wanted. And then they had farces and stuff in the squad, right?
Yeah,
Which was the
something like
bonkers thing. Oh, that's mental. They were really good, really, really good, and that's why they're still suffering from that, I think. And then support weapons. Support weapons are the last thing I want to talk about because I think support weapons they're good in the meta at the moment because there aren't very many things now that are good at shooting out a line of sight stuff. And at the moment, people are taking crappy little squads like one Cyberwolf to hold objectives, and people can't do anything about it. Because I think what people are finding now is army, because everything's gotten expensive, more expensive points-wise, and out of line of sight, you're now paying points for units that can ignore line of sight. Because they've all gone up in points, haven't they? Everything that can ignore line of sight has gone up in points,
Yep.
and they're not that good. You know, they're like AP minus
That was what
1 or
it was.
AP minus 2,
Focus.
not too many shots, and you're paying a lot of points for them to shoot out line of sight. But now,
Sorry.
so I don't.
Sorry, we found out what the Wraith Host was. So
Oh,
out
what
of
was
curiosity, it was you got rerolls to hit with an 18 inch of the Spirit Seer, just straight up rerolls,
Oh, cool.
and the entire army gained battle focus.
Yeah.
The old battle
Oh,
focus,
you've got
constructs
the
game
battle focus.
That's class.
which was ridiculous.
That's class.
So you had
That's
the Wraith Guard jumping out of stuff, advancing, and then quickening, and
Advancing
then
again,
shooting
and then
their
shooting.
D weapons.
Actual
Remember the D
Yeah,
flamers?
they were D weapons.
Because you could advance, you could get out, advance, and shoot,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
quicken, and then your flamers go D. Oh, I've got all these hits. I rolled 6s all day.
Yeah.
I think they were D cannons people were using, weren't they?
A lot of people use the D cannon
'Cause they had an 18-inch range
had
back
the
then,
18-inch
didn't they,
range,
instead of
yeah.
12?
So just a roll of a 6 just removed things.
Yeah. But the flamers were
The
way more
flamers
shots.
were out.
Oh, because you
They were
couldn't
so-
Overwatch. You could Overwatch. So
Yeah.
charging the flamers was That's why, yeah, because they had a shorter range, but you just couldn't charge them.
Yeah, so what you would do is you put them in the
gonna
middle of
charge.
something, and an Imperial Knight goes, "I'm going to charge him," and you go, "Go on now."
Take it off.
Yeah. Oh no,
If
there was a
Imperial
stipulation
Knight
with them. They
even
could never
declared
they
it.
could never do a D hit with the flamers.
Yeah.
They can never do that, but they could always do the one
Oh,
down
that's
from
why
that.
you took the cannons, because they could never get the D result.
Oh, the D
They
cannons
could never
could.
roll a 6.
The D cannons can.
Yeah, the
but
flamers couldn't roll a
demons
6,
couldn't.
that's why you took the
Yeah,
D
but
cannons.
the 2 to 5 was like a strength.
But it was
10
like 2
minus 4, like AP 5 hit.
Yeah.
To rear armor.
To rear armor. And then the Imperial Knights
Oh, to rear
were only
armor,
like
was it?
AV 12, and
Yeah.
they had 6 wounds then.
Yeah.
So you
Because
just
like
go,
the
okay, then
cannon,
there's this many hits. Yeah, take it.
one roll of a 6 on a cannon though just killed a knight.
Here's roll
Because it was
1
D.
6.
Oh yeah, it was D6 plus 6 hull points.
Yeah.
And they already had 6 hull points. Oh, that was mental. That was absolutely mental. The amount of things I did with that. I don't even like Eldar, guys. Like that is when my luck first came into play.
In my
with
final
Eldar.
game at the Friend of Skulls, I had one guy with D cannon left, and he fired it at a Harridan, the big Forge World monster
yeah,
flyer.
yeah.
He just went, boom, 6, 12 wounds, go away.
Wow.
And then one guy on an objective, and he just went, excuse me, what? Oh, D cannon.
I shit you not, guys. I played.
That's why there were 6s to hit as well.
I played. Oh, he's against Conrad. I played Conrad in the final of a tournament, and he was using triple Wraith Knight, and I had a single Wraith Knight, and he shot first because he went first, and he couldn't kill my one Wraith Knight with his 3 Wraith Knights, and my Wraith Knight turned around and popped 2 cannons into 2 different Wraith Knights and 6'd them both out. That was incredible.
I
All
don't
of a
think anyone
sudden.
surprises.
All of a sudden, we were playing 1750 back then against like 900 points. And that was incredible. You should have seen the look on Conrad's face. It was incredible.
It's the same look I have when I
Incredible.
start losing horribly in games on Thursday night fights.
Conrad,
Oh god, it was awesome. But yeah, for that reason, I think support weapons are cool because I think you need something in your army that can shoot out line of sight. And you know what? It's not seen enough because the Shadow Weaver's good because it's just got the massive range, hasn't it? But I actually think a D cannon could be cool in an army.
The Shadow
man.
Weaver has got a massive range.
Excuse me. What
Yeah,
is
it's
what is
48
this?
inches.
Diet Coke.
Where's all the good drinks?
Gone.
Yeah, they're all gone. You drank them all, sorry. You drank them all, mate.
We have shortage because of Brexit and lockdown.
Oh,
Bloody Bojo taking away
Outrageous.
our Coke.
But yeah, man, mate, Shadow Weaver's got 48-inch range, and it can move, so it's got a 54-inch threat range.
Oh, is that the tank?
No, a support weapon Shadow Weaver. We had this before. You thought they were 36, and I was like, because you were like, remember we played that game with the orcs?
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
put them right in the corner, and you were like, why the hell have you gone that far? And I was like, because you got a 48-inch, and you were like, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. And then we looked, and you did.
Oh, I'm still convinced they've got a really short range, like 30-inch range.
Because every time Dan uses Shadow Weavers, I tell him they're 48-inch range, and he acts like it's the best thing in the world, because he always thinks they got 36.
Yeah.
Even after using them, after telling him like 11 times.
Yeah, and then I go,
Oh.
oh, look, they're in range, and then they do nothing. And then I go, well, they may as well have been out of range.
You know, I do the same with the Castellan with the plasma because I'm so used to the plasma cannon being 36.
Yeah,
so when I use
yeah.
Cold Wrap, I'm like, it should be 36.
It's
It
like
is
60.
No, it's 48.
Boy, that's still mad.
Same thing.
Yeah, 48-inch range on these Shadow Weavers is ridiculous. Because on a 60-inch board, when the board is only 60 inches, if your deployment's 12 inches, you can shoot anywhere.
Yeah, the good
And
thing
shoot a few of
about them is that they're great little targets for that Autarchs. Reroll one, reroll one.
Yeah.
And
Because they
it's-
split into individual units, don't they? So each platform gets to reroll a hit roll and a wound roll.
If you take that customised
Yeah.
Eldar.
What does it count as? Is it a vehicle?
Yeah, it's a vehicle.
So again, it can move and fire with no penalty, which is always amazing now.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
them.
yeah. And that's
So
the
they're
thing.
actually a bit more reasonable to use now because they used to be very static.
Yeah.
Because you never wanted to trade off that ballistic skill for moving, but now you should be like,
Well, you
move,
say
fire.
that's nice that they're a vehicle because of that, but they do give up big game.
But this is the thing, guys. People feel like they should take Big Game Hunter if they can max it off you, and then they take it, and then these guys hide out line of sight all game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it can burn people's, bring it down as well as get it to them, can't it? Sure. Which is pretty cool. And but man, I think D cannons are pretty good on them. You know, they're only a 24-inch range, which would be a hindrance. But on a smaller board, they can cover like 3 objectives out of 5. Right? It would make people struggle. Come on, them. They're D3 shots. I bet you they're blast now. But they're D3
I think
shots.
they are because I think the same as the Wraith cannon.
Strength 12, -4, D6 damage,
and they can shoot out of line of sight.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
24-inch range hurts a bit, but that's strength 12 melters firing out of line of sight.
It's not
That
too
is
bad.
really good, isn't
So
it?
on boards
It's
like
really
on boards
good.
like ours, where we've got a decent amount of line of sight blocking on
Yeah.
our boards, and obviously like bottom floor is line of sight blocking.
Yeah, yeah.
You can be pretty aggressive with them. That 24 inches is actually pretty far once you start putting them, on an L near the middle.
Yeah,
you
they
go,
could
like,
just
I can see
apply
everything
pressure.
in the middle.
If you're not scared of them
Hit the wound
dying.
roll with that as well.
Yeah, rerolling it with only D3 shots, rerolling a hit and a wound is massive, right?
Yeah.
It's huge. So I think they could be really good.
And you know what I like about them?
With
I
D
think
cannons on
this is a purely like sort of like hobbyist side of it. I think the models are pretty cool. Like I actually think they're quite a cool model.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this, they're just sitting on this hovering platform.
Yeah,
like,
they are little floaty, like
It
they're
is cool.
proper cool.
It is cool. You know what? I think that model is better than the new servo turret for Marines.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
And I'm about to paint 6
And
of
it's
them,
how
I
old?
think.
You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
how
yeah.
old?
Oh, it's an early Eldar because it's got the old school.
But they're just doing stupid
things
stuff
on
with
it.
Marines now, aren't they? Just doing stupid shit with Marines. They made a Mario Kart with Marines in it. They've got this Hammerfall bunker. They've got this.
Oh, the Hammerfall bunker looks good.
No, it doesn't.
It
no,
does.
It does look good. It looks like
It's a
It
great
looks
piece. It's a
wicked.
great piece of terrain.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But they just screwed the pooch with the
If
rules.
it
No,
could
they've
deep
screwed the
strike and
pooch with the Hammerfall bunker. It's like, oh look, guys, it's my drop pod. It looks about that good.
Oh no, it's a Primaris drop pod that's covered in guns. I mean,
Yeah, but it's
what
not a
more
Primus
do
drop
you
pod because you
want?
can't put anyone inside it. It's a Primus drop pod with a true capacity of 0.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that looks too much like a
realised
normal
that
drop
they're
pod.
Absolute crap.
Yeah, let me show you how crap it actually looks. Oh yeah, it's a square. It's a square one. There you go. There's my Hammerfall bunker. That probably looks
and
better.
stick some guns on it.
Yeah, that probably looks better. Yeah, the Hammerfall bunker.
What is this? What is
looks
it? Paintbrushes
shit,
to the
guys.
side of it.
Yeah, I think some of the
Sorry,
new
before you
Primaris
before you
stuff
before you
is
say that,
ridiculous. It's like the
they
fire
are
truck.
available to order from the Glasshammer website.
Yeah.
And we've got some in
Yeah,
stock.
I've,
think they've got, like,
I've got a
10 stock.
shelf full of them, so they look really good.
Yeah. Oh, guys, they're so broken in the game.
Yeah.
They can find their heavy bolter at every time.
I will just say that I kind of feel absolutely betrayed by GW with them because when they did the announcement and they showed it, they said
it was
could
going to be like a drop
transport.
pod.
They
Yeah,
said it
yeah.
could
They said
transport
it was
from
going
Mars.
to. It would be bloody amazing
That
if
then-
it could transport a Primaris unit.
And they said like, oh, it's gonna be like a bunker, so you can shoot out of it, and they can man the guns.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I
well,
bet
that's
you every
amazing.
man is inside manning the guns,
Yeah.
shooting out of it. So
But
they
like,
didn't laugh.
if that was a thing, but so it doesn't carry true capacity, and I don't think it deep strikes, does it? Does it actually deep strike?
No.
No.
Probably deep strikes in the plot.
So it's a hammer fall, emphasis on fall, bunker.
Hammerstay bunker.
Hammer deployed bunker.
Hammer deployed bunker.
Hammer deployed bunker.
Yeah.
God.
It's,
Crap. And just before, guys, we're on the final unit in the book, and it is a Wraith Knight. Man, I think Wraith Knights are cool.
I just like knights.
I think Wraith Knights are cool, but they're a bit expensive for what they do, aren't they? They're a bit expensive for what
so
they
I
do.
actually have thoughts on this.
Okay.
I think they should stop trying to make it an Imperial Knight. I should they should stop making it. I can't even talk tonight. Holy crap! I think they should stop making it the Eldar version of the Imperial Knight. I just don't think they should do that because that's basically what it's aimed at trying to be. This kind of 24 wound toughness 8 thing, but it's just not good enough. I think they should just make it much cheaper, tone it down a little bit in some places, and I think they should
The
just
thing
make
is,
it just a
how? Because you can't make it less than toughness 8, because a Wraith Lord cannot be tougher than a Wraith Knight.
yeah. So you
That's not a thing.
you reduce its wounds.
Big piece of bone.
You reduce its wounds, and that's pretty much it because its weapons aren't even that
That's its
brilliant.
issue, is its weapons. You pay all that points for
two
this
shots,
tough
for
thing,
four
and then
shots.
it's 2 shots.
Yeah, the sword's kind of cool,
But he
it's-
gets 4 shots with that.
Yeah, but it's not enough though, is it?
Yeah, but look at the Castellan. It just comes out a few points more expensive. It goes kills half the
Yeah,
army.
just kills everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
I
then
mean, it's 1.5 times the points.
How much is the Wraith Knight with the guns?
420 odd.
yeah.
With the
it's
guns.
Yeah.
400
I'd still rather pay 600
And a
points.
Castellan is 600.
400
I still rather pay 600
points for a bloody 4
But you
shots.
you compare it to something like a paladin, which has its
Paladin,
2d6
sorry.
battle.
Oh,
cannon.
a Knight Paladin.
which has a 2d6 battle cannon, and it still has 2 stubbers, and it has a melee weapon as well, a flat 6 damage melee
No,
weapon as well.
you're thinking about it
And
wrong.
invul-
You're thinking about it wrong because you would need to compare it to the Knight that's the same as it. So you would need to compare it to an errant. And it's about the same points as an errant. Errant's like 411, 412, something like
I
that.
think it's 419, I think, Aaron.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. And Wraith Knight's about 420 on or something like that. And an errant has got D6 melter shots. This gets 4. And then an errant is strength 9, is it?
Strength
Melter,
eight,
yes.
strength 9 melter,
strength
yeah,
9
sorry.
melter. This is strength 16. They're both -4, they're both D6 damage. And this is assault.
Yeah, but
So it's
then,
way better than an errant.
But Errant has an invuln and he has a chainsword.
Yeah.
Yes, the
And
errant
this
doesn't
guy
even the chain.
doesn't.
So that is the difference.
And when was the last time you saw? I bet you've seen as many errands as you have seen Wraith Knights.
Yeah, exactly. You don't really see errands on the board either.
And this is the thing.
We don't see them either.
Yeah,
It is
and I think
true.
this is the other thing it suffers from is like in knights knights work because you can take an army
But
of
I
them,
think
but
people
you don't
take
get any
it wrong.
benefits from taking multiples of them.
I think people take this totally wrong. I think Wraith Knights could actually be half decent right now if people took it with a sun cannon and a shield.
Yeah, I think that's the best one
Because you fortune it and it's got a 5 of pin and 5 of pin on pain. Imagine a knight with toughness 8 with a 5 pin and 5 of pin on pain.
Yeah.
Right? I think a 5 of pin and a 5 of pin on pain is really, really good on it. But then it's the sun cannon. Does any of you even know what a sun cannon does?
Yeah, it's strength 6, fires 2d6 shots, -3, d3 damage?
Flat 2 damage.
Flat 2.
It's good in the marine meta.
Yeah,
And it's got a 48-inch range. Not a 36.
it's just 2d6 shots, alright?
Yeah, 2d6 shots, man.
That's alright.
2d6. I think 2d6 shots is good, man. 2d6 shots, strength 6, -3, 2 damage.
You know what
Give it 2 star cannons, so it's got 4 more shots, strength 6, -3, d3 damage.
You know what could
And then
help?
just charge it in, right? With 5 up, 5 up.
What could help is if they gave them some warlord trades and relics like the knights have.
Sorry?
If they had some warlord trades
Oh,
and
yeah,
relics,
see. If a knight could take, like, I don't know, like a tank case, but for a knight.
Yeah.
If you could do something like that, then they'd be pretty cool. Right?
It would be.
If there was a strat to like, if you had a 5 up invert on this, if there was a strat to like rotate it to a 4 up invert, and then have the 5 up pain from fortune, that would be really tough to kill.
yeah, that
And
would be
actually,
good.
I don't
Really,
think it would
really
be that
tough to
bad
kill.
because in most situations you only have one of them in your army as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you can have 3 of them
No, you
all
just
doing this,
focus
which would
fire
be
on them
ridiculous. So having one that has a 4 up, 5 up isn't that horrific.
It's always really tough to balance big models, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're either too good or rubbish.
Yeah.
Right? There's no in between. And a Wraith Knight at the moment doesn't really feel good at all. It'll feel okay if you use it in like a toned down environment, right? Like if you use it in friendly
Crusade.
games, it'd be alright. If you use it in a crusade, it's pretty decent. That thing's bloody scary with that Citronone and bloody Iandon that
I don't
David's
know
got
how
in
the
the
hell I'm
army.
going to deal with it, so yeah,
Oh,
it is
my-
quite scary.
Yeah, it
It's
is quite
coming
scary,
for
isn't
the
it?
monolith.
Like in a fluffy,
alone.
environment.
I will kick it back to you.
Waz has asked us specifically to talk about Shadow Spectres from Forge World.
Oh my god.
I still remember them.
I actually have the data sheet in front of me if you want to
Okay.
know.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm glad, because so it's 4 drilled, so I know.
It is.
nothing
Yeah.
about
So
it.
Shadow
Shadow
Spectres-
Spectres are the ones with like the they have like the
floaty ones
the
with double
big,
shot-
yeah, the
double-
big
yeah,
weapons,
it's-
the floaty.
it's
They're like
the only
floaty
thing-
warp spiders.
It's the
That's
only
what they
thing
look
really.
like.
It's the only thing really worth talking about with the from like a competitive standpoint. So Shadow Spectres. They're going to have a maximum of 10 models, and they're all equipped with prism rifles. 18-inch range, assault D6, strength 5, AP -1, 1 damage blast, or focused, which is 24-inch range.
Oh yeah,
Assault 1, strength 6, AP -3, 3 damage.
It's pretty good.
yeah. These guys are insane, man. They were always what they
And
always
they were
were
-1 to
insane.
hit.
Yeah, they were always insane because they're Forge World.
They have been toned down a little bit. So Spectre Hollow Suits, each time an attack is made against this unit, subtract 1 from the attack's hit roll. Doesn't say shooting.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
says
it's just
-1,
-1,
which is
They're
quite
always
nice.
-1 to hit, yeah.
While an enemy unit is within 6 inches of this unit, subtract 1 from their leadership characteristics.
Scary.
Sure. Kinda
Scary
cool.
ghosts.
Shade of Twilight. During deployment, you consider this unit up as if it was on the battlefield. Oh, and they can deep strike, basically. So yeah, they're pretty good. Points-wise, they
They used to be
cost-
very cheap, and now they got
They used
so
to be.
costly.
So Shadow Spectres are 26 point a model for a
Without the
1
gun?
wound. No, that's with the
Oh
gun.
my god.
It's with the gun. 26 points now.
6 points a model.
So they're pretty pricey.
I mean,
They're like a
But
space marine.
24 inch
Two
range,
space
strength
marines.
6, AP minus 3, free damage. So every
That's
one of
fine.
those, like,
Yeah, exactly.
is pretty nasty.
Strength 6 minus 3 flat 3 is mental good.
Yeah.
I thought
Mental
they're, I
good.
thought
An
they're more
assault weapon.
expensive, to be
One
honest.
shot.
Mental
Yeah,
good.
it's really good.
They're mental.
And obviously
good.
they have the like the Craftworld keyword, so you can make them whatever you want, so they can fit.
They can
into
jump,
any-
shoot, jump.
No, they
My
can't.
God,
can't.
yeah, they can.
Oh, sorry, they can with.
They can jump,
yeah.
shoot, jump behind walls. They've got the other profile that's D6 shots with basically a heavy bolter. Strength 5 minus 1 1 down. That's what you used them for. The fact that they jumped out and got 10 D6 shots. Strength 5 minus 1 1 damage. Then hid behind a wall.
Oh no, they wasn't because they blast as well.
Yeah,
So
but look at that.
So you go into a big unit of like guardsmen.
Minimum 3 shots each. So
Yeah.
any 1s and 2s you just ignore.
Yeah, you go into a 6-man unit, and if you go into like a big unit like Gaunts or Boys.
Flat shots, man.
Dan?
Flat 6 shots on
we
every one.
have
Yes,
any
I will
in the
have.
trading
I will
center?
have 60 shots into these.
Do we have any in
please.
the trading
Shadow
center?
Spectres.
Shadow
Yeah,
Spectres.
so someone can paint something.
They're not 26 points
Like
anymore,
you
are
should
they?
do.
They
Yeah,
came
yeah.
down from
no,
that.
no. I've got the brand new. Knife.
Oh, sorry. I thought they
Real
came
armor.
down from that.
No, they are 26 points with the gun.
Oh.
Do you want
They're
to?
not so good anymore.
260 points.
Do you want to talk about the? Do you want to talk about the Phantom Titan?
Oh, that's pretty actually. Pretty dear.
They are pretty pricey.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, they're pretty
One
pricey.
wound, toughness 3.
No, no.
What about-
They got
see,
3
the
plus
thing
armor
is-
save. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sucks.
That's it. That's all I say.
Because then you were like, oh, that's really good. I was like,
I mean, you say that.
what am I not seeing about
You
it?
say that, but a Zephyrim is the same, and that's 20 points with no gun.
Yeah.
A Zephyrin.
20 points with no gun.
Yeah.
Well, they're rubbish as well.
But they're not though, are they? Look at this. Got a whole army of them ready, and they've been butchering
And I got 1200
They've
movement
been
as well, so
butchering.
they're pretty quick.
What have they got then if they've got no gun?
a power sword.
That's something.
But they have to get there and do something. But these guys jump, shoot, jump from behind walls.
What, with an 18-inch range?
Yeah,
Can I talk
pretty
about...
decent. It's not bad. A
Well,
power sword has a half an inch threat range. You know that, right? And they're 20 points a model. And they're also toughness 3 with 1 wound. And they can't jump, charge, jump.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love the way you jump, shoot, jump. Like a unit of 10 guardsmen and you'll end up killing like 5 of them.
Can we talk about the
You
Phantom?
probably
And
killed
then
2
those
units of 10
guardsmen run
guardsmen.
up and beat the crap out of them.
What? No, you'd probably kill 2 units of 10 guardsmen and then hide.
How are you gonna kill 2? You've got 10 shots.
10 D6 shots.
Oh, right.
Can I
Oh,
talk,
right, yeah. Oh, it's not too bad anymore.
Can I talk about
like
the
the white
Can I talk about the Phantom
Idiots.
Titan?
Oh, yes, talking about the flat 3 damage shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they get both.
They're the one-
They have to
Oh, it's
Two
brilliant
profiles.
now, isn't it?
Oh, they're
They, don't
two
they
profiles.
choose which one to fire
Yeah, choose
each
with the
time.
fire at each time.
How do you not know it? You played
Yeah.
Inari when they were broken?
Dan, it's
I've
called...
never Forge-World. I've never played Forge-World. Forge-World sucks.
It's
and I will
cool.
never ever give them my money.
It's called a prism cannon.
I
So it was
refuse to-
probably going to be similar to a fire
I
prism.
refuse
with
to
multiple
even look
fire
or
bullets.
listen to their rules.
Didn't you buy a Leviathan?
I hate
So
them.
Manny,
Yeah, man, it fires both profiles.
Yeah, it fires
So
both.
that's
It's
actually
pretty
pretty good, isn't it?
I hate
Because you can kill
Forge-World.
eradicators because they're -3 flat 3 damage.
I hate
You can
everything.
kill
Heavy
guardsmen.
defenses.
You can kill everything. You can kill different things that you want, right? That's what I think. That's why
Terminators.
you pay the points.
Terminators.
They can they can kill
Their
different.
service sucks and it's pay to play. I disagree.
Oh, is this
It's
Forge?
not
World,
anymore.
sorry.
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
no, yeah.
It's certainly
I don't
less
agree with
broken
Forge. World.
now.
Yeah, I don't think Forge World
Speaking
is
of Forge
great
World,
for the game.
this is the. Can I just draw your attention to the Phantom Titan for one moment?
Oh my god.
And I just want to change. They've changed the Wraith glaive. So
Is it
you know,
more than 2,000 points?
It's 3,000 points.
Okay, we're not going to talk about this, guys, because you'll never bloody use that.
All I want to say is it's Wraith glaive changed to ×2 strength, so it's strength 18, -5, flat 12 damage.
What the hell?
Flat 12 damage. This is a
Oh, see, here we are.
£1,000 model.
Oh my.
Yeah, I see, look,
God.
Jason makes a good point. They sound like destroyers, but on cheap bodies. They are, man. That's what I'm saying. I think they're pretty damn good for 26 points each.
Don't buy them, guys.
Oh, no, you
Don't-
should, man.
Don't support the enemy.
Oh, yeah, don't buy them because it's bloody Forge World. But they're good. They are good. I think they are good. But yeah, I just don't know, man. Forge World always mess stuff up, don't they?
Yeah.
Forge World do that same thing, where they make something and it's stupidly broken, but then it gets nerfed through the floor.
Like really hot.
The Leviathan is the only time I've not seen that happen, actually.
Well, it's
because they nerfed the
Yeah.
Leviathan, but it also came down a third of its points.
Yeah, so
And
it's
the Leviathan now is cool, isn't it?
It's
It's
decent.
actually pretty cool
Well,
to put in an army.
It's now the
Not
Forge
broken,
rules. Now
but
the
it's not
Forge World
terrible.
rules are written by GW. They
Yeah.
definitely tone them down a little bit, and I
oh,
think
that's probably why the Leviathan didn't get double that.
yeah, and I think I've said this before, and I think GW are trying to make the Forge World stuff not rubbish. They don't want it to be anywhere near as good because I get a feeling that GW don't want people buying Forge World, so they can just be like, oh, no one's buying your stuff anymore. We'll just close you down. We'll buy all your assets. We'll turn it all into
No,
plastic.
it's just
and-
weird when someone comes to the Games Workshop shop, like, you know, with parents, like, oh, I want that, I want that. Oh, what's that store? Oh, it's also Games Workshop, but different. And you're like,
It's Games Workshop, but not.
When somebody comes in
Games
with
Workshop,
parrots.
but twice the price.
parents?
Parrots?
I don't think you're
When
allowed
somebody
pets
comes in with
Forge.
parrots? What parrots, bro?
You can bring in.
Did any of you hear that as well?
Oh, I don't know, Dan. I've been
When you go
As long
to
as
the
you have
GW
a
with
mask.
parrots.
Yeah.
As long as you have a mask, you can bring parrots.
So you get the
Oh,
parrots
Birdsong
to
says,
keep
why
the
didn't
mask
I get invited? Bro, you're in the elite group. That's an invitation. You guys are racist.
Oh, God.
Amazing.
That's what I have to deal
Was
with.
that Birdsong?
Yeah.
Dude, I saw your post on your orcs, by the way, and they are
Oh,
freaking
yeah,
amazing.
they're awesome.
I love your
So
orcs.
awesome.
I'm so jealous because
They're
I'm doing an
class.
orc army at the moment, so I'm really jealous.
See, Manny
Yeah,
would
class.
post his cool orc army if he was working on time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. The
But
cool,
every
the cool
time
orc
Manny-
army that Birdsong gave.
But every time the man doesn't work on the orcs, that's one step closer to Dan getting his delicious pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm on
yeah,
like 5
whatever.
pizzas now.
I'm like 5.
Yeah. No, but go back to the Forge World units. I think they have been massively toned down a lot. There's nothing. I don't think like reading through all of the Forge Worlds. There's nothing in there now that I would say like it's auto take like the Leviathan kind of was. Everything's okay. You could probably play it at any level and it would be just kind of like meh. But all of the stuff in the codex is coming out now. None of it benefits Forge World stuff. A lot of it benefits stuff in the books.
Yeah.
And that's reflected in things like specific keywords being missing from some Forge World mods.
Definitely.
So I think they kind of don't want to encourage you to use them anyway with the new stuff. All the books now going forward will be geared more towards the plastic GW side anyway. So
Good.
That's it.
I hope the
Guys,
writers at Forge will
really
turn up
hope
one
you
day
guys
and
have
do
enjoyed
all
it
the
tonight. We have taken over 2 hours of your time.
Have we? Yeah.
Thanks for being so engaged and asking all the questions, guys, putting in comments and stuff. And the one final piece of advice I want to give to you guys is if you take Eldar, only take Seer the Shifting Vector. Do not use any other Warlord trait. It is by far the best one.
No. Sight Room of Ireland?
Oh yeah, because that's a relic, David.
That's a relic, David.
What are we
But
talking about?
instantly was an
late.
idiot. Instantly was an
It's
idiot.
late. I can't talk.
No,
Warlord
no.
traits.
Take the another deny for Ireland.
Extra power,
You only need more than
incredible.
On a Warlock.
So before we finish then, most underrated unit for Eldar.
Most underrated unit for Eldar.
Something you think that is decent enough to take, but you wouldn't necessarily put in like a
Shadow
regular
Spectres, you
competitive
just said.
list. So for me,
Yeah, those spectres, mate.
yeah. For me, Avatar. I think the Avatar is underrated.
Oh,
I
the
think
Avatar.
if you can
It is
get it to
underrated.
where it needs to go, I think it just.
But I think the point is you can never get
they
him
can
to where
get
he needs to go.
He's 8 wounds. He's untargetable. If you find a board of reasonable terrain, you can get him in.
Yeah, now that people are playing for the objectives
And the
stuff,
smaller
maybe-
boards. And the smaller boards.
Yeah, I
He's
think
really
he's
good.
actually like reasonable. So that's what I would say for me. I think that's a really like cool choice. I'd like to see on the board again.
For me, I'd say definitely take a look at the Phoenix Lords. Phoenix
Oh,
Lords
Phoenix Lords
are
are cool.
really, really good.
Yes.
Especially now, there's different delivery methods for them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And also as well, look at Falcons, because Falcons are dirt cheap. Falcons are dirt cheap,
cool.
and they're tough. And yeah, they've got some really cool guns on them.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
you can do different runs. That's cool. That's a good choice. Yeah.
Yes, so definitely look at Falcons, and they've got a transport capacity as well.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
6.
that's cool.
Yeah, they're good. They're good Falcons.
David?
I wish Vipers were good. That's all I have to say.
They're not underrated though. Because
They're not underrated.
He just wishes they were cool, guys.
Like I said, guys, I think those Shadow Spectres, people don't think they're good for 26 points. I think they're wicked. Wicked. I think they're really, really good. They are underrated because they're brutal, in my opinion, for 26
Oh,
points.
well, actually, no, I'm going to change
those are crap.
my choice from
Not
Falcon
legal.
to Wind Riders.
Oh, yes,
regular
Riders.
Regular Wind Riders with Shuriken catapults underneath.
Because
them.
before you had to be...
dirt cheap and they move super quick.
Because before you had to be, what was it? Was it Simhan? You had to be Simhan for them to not suffer the penalty? Is it Simhan?
That's if you were taking the cannons.
Yeah,
Because people used to take the
shuriken
Shuriken cannons or the scatter
You mean
lasers.
scatter-
Yeah.
Yeah, scatter lasers.
Scatter
Scatter
lasers, yeah.
lasers to move and because Shuriken cannons are assault on the scatter lasers.
Scatter lasers,
But
yeah.
you, don't take the scatter lasers.
But now you don't avoid that.
They get too expensive if you put scatter lasers on.
Oh, okay.
Put the catapults on them.
Oh,
and
just
they're
put the
dirt
catapults
cheap
on
and
them.
they do
Super
loads of
objective
damage.
covers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's,
That's
I
cool.
like that.
That's cool. Yeah, guys, I definitely think those spider things, what are they called? Spectres? Shadow Spectres?
Shadow
There's not
Spectres.
spiders. There's
Shadow
spectres.
The Shadow Spectres, yeah, guys, the spider things. I think the Shadow Spectres are underrated. I think they're absolutely amazing. And then also, guys, I think the Wraith Knight. I think the Wraith Knight with the Sun Cannon and the Shield is really good. People think that's the worst one, right? People prefer the double Wraith Cannons.
I would
or
agree.
the Shield and Sword.
So
people like that one.
I think if I was
I
going to run
think that
one,
version of the Wraith Knight is really
I
underrated.
think if I was going to run one personally, I'd run with the sword and shield.
Yeah,
personally.
because that people think that's the second best one.
Yeah.
And it's what I mean. I think people really underrate that Sun Cannon, like really hard underrate that Sun Cannon. I think it's pretty decent. And the thing is, also, if you compare it, guys, and if you drop a Marines, if you say you weren't playing against Marines, you're playing against another army, and you could have a 5 invulnerable and a 5 up feel no pain on that Wraith Knight, it's pretty hard for most armies to kill it.
Yeah.
If you play it well, if you screen it from deep strikers with short range anti-tanks and weapons and stuff like that, it's actually pretty decent, I think. Yeah. Pretty good. It's just because there's a Marine meta, right?
Yes.
Because there's a Marine meta. So I think the Wraith Knight, guys, if you're playing against other things that are not Marines and stuff like that, then the Wraith Knight with the Sun Cannon and the Shield can be really good. Definitely. I think so.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's my thing.
Cool.
Oh god, I hate monoliths.
Why do you bother? It's gonna die turn one.
Oh, if you kill this in one turn, I swear to God, I've spent hours on this and I'm still not even close.
I would love
will.
it.
And then it gets a penalty.
If that thing drops in, does nothing, and then dies instantly, then Dan rolls a 1 and it gets a battle scar, I will laugh. That would be incredible. And it gets something like minus 2 inches of its move.
I quit. I'll down my beer and I'll walk out.
Oh, that's class. Oh my god. But yeah, guys, we'll see you for the Crusade tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be David versus Dan, Iandan versus Necrons.
Yeah.
Should be really, really good. Iandan versus Novok.
Novok, yeah.
Novok specifically. So it should be really, really cool, man. David's got big dudes. Dan's got big dudes now. It should be a really fun game, I think. And there's a lot on the line for this one. It's not just a win on your...
That's actually a really big game.
Yeah, because the wins don't mean much in too many of these games, guys, but the win means a lot here. The victor can add 10 power level to their army for free. That's awesome. That's a massive buff
I'm
going
just
into the
glad I'm
next round.
playing someone who doesn't know what they're doing.
Well, I could say the same. Unless Jason's in chat, then we're in trouble.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jason, come into the chat tomorrow.
Jason just said, "Wow, I didn't realize Dan was building a monolith." Yeah, he's actually
He's painted it,
Yeah,
guys.
and he's gonna
painted
use
the
it.
He's
I'm
built
gonna
it in
use
parts, actually, ready to
Look
paint.
at this! Look at this hobbyist here.
Yeah.
Sub assemblies. What is going on
And
with
it's,
this?
the only reason I even stopped to do it is because Jason was like, "You'd be an idiot if you built that." If you put that all together, and I just had his words ringing in my mind as I was.
He would
as I was
definitely
building.
build it all together.
Was asked what mission is it tomorrow?
I believe it's called Assault on the Installation, guys. It's mission number 2 out of the Strike 4 size missions in the Beyond the Veil thing. And basically the way it works is there's 3 objectives across no man's land.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty
we've
brutal.
rolled, guys. We rolled for both games. We rolled for David and Dan's game and Simon and my game. And we all rolled the setback.
Oh, I forgot about that setback.
Where you've got to split your force into 3.
Balls.
Yeah, man.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I think this is a bad matchup for you into David.
Oh yeah. Well, it wasn't. It wasn't until you rolled that fucking setback. I totally forgot about
No,
that.
I think it was in your favour
But now you've got the setback where your army has to walk on from the board edge.
Exactly.
And the
move
knight's
really
just waiting.
slow.
He's like, yeah, where is he? Where's the
Because all of the objectives are across the middle of the board.
Oh,
So guys.
And we did work out as well that Dan cannot use the Eternity Gate on his monolith to get them in closer.
Yeah, to get them in close.
They can arrive from the Eternity Gate as long as they arrive within
within 9 inches of the board.
Just get zapped to death, like,
yeah. So it should be quite exciting. We've got cool Crusade games coming up. I'm actually really excited for tomorrow's game. I think that's
I think tomorrow's game is going to be really interesting.
I think
excited to win.
because
10 power level will be good.
and I think because we've got a few new additions to the
Stop Dan getting 10 power level.
Oh, no,
because then when
so
I play him next week, I'm not going to feel it that much because I should get rinsed in my game, guys.
David,
Oh my
David,
god.
it's fine because you're going to get your 10 power level, but you're going to roll like 6 1s while your stuff that's
That's
dead.
fine.
Or everyone will be injured and have battle scars. So.
I'm used to it.
yeah, you'll have to spend
Oh,
your 10
yeah,
requisition points on getting.
Yeah, I'll use my 3 requisition points that I'm gonna gain just to remove the
just to
battle
get rid of
The
battle
battle
scars.
scars.
Oh no, you can't do that.
Oh no, you can't. No, the
Because you
the
don't
10
get,
you
don't get
are
3 requisition points.
No.
You get 10 power level and 1 requisition
Oh, so
point.
they give you 10
It's
power
got to be
level.
power level. It's got to be
Well, no,
power
it
level.
says that they have to be used on
the power,
level, basically.
Yeah. So they're basically power
So I
level.
can remove one.
You can
Remove
remove
one.
I can fix my warlock's leg.
Fix your warlock's
Wow.
leg.
Give him a bionic leg.
No, to be honest, I've got 2 power level left. So if Simon gets painting, I can give jetpacks to both my Farseer and warlock.
Oh, that'd be cool.
To repair the leg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
repair the
because
leg.
it
Don't
makes
worry
sense-
about the jet bike.
It makes sense because my Farseer has the buff that I need to be right next to combat. So giving him a jetpack will be
Oh,
really
would
good.
actually
yeah,
make
it
him
would be,
really good.
Waz has also asked, what is on for Thursday night fight?
What's on for Thursday? You not checked the schedule that went up, bro?
Wow.
Wow.
I am
I made this. Manny
well
made the schedule. I made
disappointed.
the schedule
Well
and watched.
disappointed in you
So
was.
maybe Waz is reminding us to tell everyone who hasn't seen it. So
Yeah.
Thursday night fight this week is Manny versus Dan, I believe.
Dan, yeah, Manny versus Dan. Danny's using Chaos Demons. Dan's using Chaos Demons, and I am using Sisters, paid by Simon. I'm using Sisters plus Guard, so that should be really, really cool.
Oh God, thank God. I'm so glad they're finished.
Yeah, I think it should be class.
Yeah,
Guys,
it's
you're going to
really
see
good.
the Exorcists on the board for the first time. Exorcist, Repentia, Zephyrim, Seraphim. We're going to kill all the demons, bruh. And obviously, Dan can't roll invens on demons like I can.
And also,
So
Dan.
screw you, Dan.
I know because the thing is that Dan's super experienced with the demon army, aren't we, Dan?
Oh yeah. I got my 1 game under my belt.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
He's got 1 game under his belt, but he's played loads of games against them. So I've demonstrated how you should roll invulnerables for demons. So you should be fine, Dan, if you just copy the way that I roll invulnerables.
I'm rolling all my exalted traits again, by the way. I'm not taking any stock. I'm rolling them all random.
Yeah.
Oh, that is ace. That is.
We
I
might-
can't
we might
believe
have to
you
roll
rolled
them on
all
screen
of them
this
got
time.
the 4 bimble as well. That was absolutely class. Yeah, you should definitely roll them. Yeah. No, the 2 should definitely pick though.
No.
That's silly.
No.
That's silly.
No,
That's silly.
no,
No. We have to, guys.
Just-
You've got to take the 2 best guys because Thursday night fight is a competitive game.
Just roll 2s.
Competitive game.
Bruh.
Just roll 2s, bro.
That story of my life.
I think it's only competitive
Actually,
for one.
to be honest, it's good because Dan only ever rolls 1s and 2s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's probably pretty good for you to roll.
Never felt so confident, mate.
Oh, man.
Waz, don't worry about it. I think everybody's kind of exactly in the same boat. So,
Yeah, everybody's worried about the national.
Yeah, we completely understand. It is what it is, and we'll model through it as best as we can. And we'll still give everybody content. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we'll
the
be
content
here.
will still be coming, guys. The content won't be delayed in
Yeah.
any way.
which is cool because we've still got stuff we're working on. So we've still got plenty of armies are coming up soon.
Oh yeah,
so
we've got
we're
plenty of
working on
armies coming out. Like we're saying, guys, Blood Angels are going to feature on next week's battle report.
Well, if money finishes them.
If
Yeah,
money finishes
Blood
on-
Angels are going to feature on next week's battle report. Custodies are coming on the battle reports. Sisters are now in. We've got so many things coming up, guys. Dan's upgrading the Necrons to have monoliths and stuff like that, so you're not just going to see the same old Silent King and Catans all the time.
Yeah.
There's loads of things happening, guys. The Guard are getting a bit of a boost as well. We're putting Manticores in them because that'll be like a finished army. We've got Tyranids and stuff, but we're gonna add to the Tyranids by doing
I'm working
our own
on some more Eldar stuff at the moment.
Yeah,
so
Simon's
we're
working
gonna have
on
a few
more
more
Eldar.
Eldar editions, which will be nice. And then
We've
beyond
got a
that,
lot
we've
of
got
stuff.
some
You
more
should
stuff.
see the pile of shame, guys.
Oh god.
You should see the pile of shame.
It's a mountain of shame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I have
not
to get
so
on
much
painting
anymore.
Space Marines soon, so I'm gonna have to build half the pile of shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, guys. We've got Space Marines coming, like actual generic Space Marines, because we know people do want to see Space Marines too. We're going to play all the different chapters with them. We're going to paint them generic colours so we can use whatever chapters we want. We've got a 1,000 Suns army coming as well, hopefully in about like a month's time or so. But that would be awesome, having a 1,000 Suns army. Be wicked. We got Orcs, guys. I'm going to be working on Orcs after the Blood Angels, so 2022
Yeah, we
we'll
should
get
get
some
them back.
Orcs
Yeah,
on the table. But no, yeah,
It'll be a
guys.
race between whoever Manny gets the boys and wherever I get all my my buggies done.
Yeah, guys. By the end of the month, I'm hoping by the end of January I can get them done as well. That's a realistic target, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Manny. Absolutely.
For Blood Angels.
That's right, boss man.
Oh.
That's right, boss. Absolutely, boss. Yeah. You're the man. You're the man. You can do this.
Yes, boss man. Oh god.
Yeah, Manny insists on everyone calling him boss.
What the hell? Guys, I hate it. What the hell, Dan? Dan insists on everyone calling him twat. Just make him feel comfortable the next time you're in.
He doesn't
guys.
have to insist.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you should see our
man.
group chat. It's real.
Yeah, guys, just so you know, next time you come in, DB doesn't stand for Dan Bates, it's Dick Boy. Just
Manny Boss Man Chima will be also present.
God. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Crusade game because you're all elite members. See you later, guys.
See you
Take
guys.
care.
Bye, guys.
Better see you tomorrow.